You're early. Come on.
I was doing a ramp up.
She was.
No, we don't need that.
Legally, she was.
I can see. Hey, good morning, everybody. First of all,
Good morning.
We're all in our Cardinal red. Opening day.
Hey, what's up?
Opening day.
Go Birds!
Oh man, you guys.
I'm in a Fredbird outfit.
You guys call yourself St. Louisans.
It's hard to hear you through this giant mascot head.
That's right. I even said this morning, how are you going to do radio with that on? With the giant Fredbird head.
What if Rafe was Fredbird this whole time?
What if he was?
Yeah.
Well, the guy that we know who's actually Fredbird,
Don't ever say
he'd
his
have
name.
some explaining to do.
Yeah.
I would never say his name. I don't want to spoil.
I hated meeting that guy.
Well,
He'll love that.
I remember meeting him at some media luncheon thing, and I go,
yeah, you go, I like you better in the suit.
and I said, I don't want to know who you are. Because he was like, I'm Fredbird. I'm like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Well, it was weird that he
Magic
was
ruined.
Well, he was doing all the Fredbird stuff without the costume on, so it was weird. He was like putting his head on top of my head.
Yeah, he's putting
he
his
wouldn't
mouth.
talk. Yeah, he wouldn't.
Putting his mouth on your head.
Yeah, it was weird.
That's the best when Fredbird
Dude,
puts
you're
his-
not working.
He kept
Beak
launching
on you.
T-shirts at me. I'm like, who is this man?
Well, when you get him together and the guy that plays Louis together at a costume, it's
I don't wanna
very
know.
strange.
Well,
I
it's
don't like to know who's a mascot.
It's a party, first of all, when you get those two together.
When they're out of costume?
Out of costume.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're fun dudes.
Oh, they're great guys. Both
They
of
like
them.
fireworks. They like it all.
They like fireworks.
Yes,
they
they
love
do.
fireworks.
Fireworks
And
are their
vaping,
thing.
right?
Oh, so much vaping.
They love fireworks and vaping. I don't know.
That's why. That's the only time you see them together is when they go to those vape god competitions.
That's true. Oh man, he's gonna be like, man, don't be starting rumors. What are you doing?
Do you think that mascots...
Yeah, when he takes the head off, when Louis takes the head off, just smoke comes out.
Well,
Yeah.
he takes the head off and he's
Vaping
like, oh,
inside.
I don't like all this free air. How can I reduce?
Like, do you think in their dating life, like, once people find out who they are, they're like, all right, can you just, like, leave the head on? You know, has that been a
Well,
thing?
we used to work with
wonder.
Louis, with Louis's wife.
I don't know. I don't want to know.
Oh yeah, you didn't.
No,
didn't-
don't tell me. Don't
You
tell
don't
me
know
anything.
who married
No,
Louis?
I don't care. I don't want to know. I
Oh.
like
Used
the
to work with
mascot.
her.
Yeah,
Great.
and I will say that Fredbird
Yes, the
has.
costume has been left on.
Fredbird does have some of the old, like the retired heads in his basement.
Oh, that's creepy.
I've seen.
Like the 80s heads? Yeah.
Well, no, the ones that he used.
Oh, I see.
Because they got to replace them every couple
There's
of years.
two of them, though. Like, I think there's...
But don't
He's the
give
main
away-
one.
Are we giving
Okay.
away everything?
I don't want...
Stop telling everybody.
It's opening day, okay?
Why are we focused on
We're
this?
excited.
It's opening day, guys.
We're excited about the play on the field.
That's
Hell
right.
yeah.
The Cardinals are...
It'd be creepier if he wasn't Fredbird and had all that stuff, though, wouldn't it?
Yes.
All right, let's talk Sonny Gray.
Let's go. Go ahead.
All right, first pitch.
First
Sonny
pitch,
Gray
yes.
up on the mound.
What time?
3:15.
Oh, he's out of costume.
Don't tell anyone that Sonny Gray is also Fredbird.
Yeah, he's pulling double duty today.
This is
Yeah.
a good name for a bird.
Sonny Gray.
Yeah, my neighbor had a parrot named
His
Sonny.
first pitch at
It's 3:15.
3:15. That's right. First pitch, 3:15.
They actually had a gray parrot, like you were talking about that nightmare gray parrot, named Sonny. Sonny Gray.
No, thank you.
There is the
Sonny want a cigarette?
Yeah.
opening day pep rally at Ballpark Village. That's from 10:30 to 1 today, featuring Fredbird, Team Fredbird, DJ Todd Thomas, and Cardinal alumni. Fans can enjoy giveaways and prizes before the gates open at noon. Oh, man, if you go through the gates and you're one of the first, I don't know how many, you get
One of the firsts.
a Cardinals magnet schedule.
Heck yeah.
Buy me
Are you
tickets.
kidding me?
Can't you get
21
that?
and up.
Yeah,
They're
can't you
handing
get
those out?
that from your local insurance peddler?
I thought so.
Because I'm pretty sure I got 3 of those from
Yeah,
people.
I
I've
want my 2025 Cardinals magnet schedule to have a picture of Tracy Bibb in the low right-hand corner, right?
Of course. Why do you have to be 21 and up to get the
Because
magnet?
it's Budweiser, courtesy of Budweiser, that's why. Pre-game ceremony started at 2:30. Of course, you got the Clydesdales, you got the player intros, you got the Hall of Famers and a Ford Mustang motorcade.
Wowie, wowie.
It's so. The kids are literally in Busch Stadium. They're looking at the Budweiser Clydesdales, but they can't have a magnet that has
not
Budweiser
anything
on it.
Every other
That's
advertisement's a beer
What
brand.
the hell are we
Not
doing?
anything that sticks to the fridge. Come on.
All right.
Come on.
Kids would have a better time than the adults that are receiving them.
Who's singing the national anthem? St. Louis native and Grammy winner,
Nelly.
No.
No.
Everybody at once. 3, 2, 1.
Lloyd
Nix.
Nix.
That's right. Lloyd Nix.
I love
They got
it, Lloyd
him.
Nix. Related to Stevie,
Really?
her son. Yes. Let's get that.
Let's
rumor
start
going.
that go. Let's start that. Can I see what Lloyd Nix looks like?
You're gonna tell me
Is he a
somebody?
black guy?
You're gonna
I
tell
don't
me
know.
somebody as cool as that named Stevie is gonna go ahead and name their son Lloyd?
Lloyd.
Doubtful.
Yes.
What?
Not that that isn't a cool name.
You know, his dad is Glenn Fry.
Didn't know that. We're just
His
starting all
uncle's
these.
Fritz.
Can you put Paul?
Hey,
pull
wait,
up,
are we being serious?
Yeah, let me see what Lloyd Nix looks like.
Lloyd is a cool name, but man,
does Stevie
when was
Nicks
the
have
last
kids?
time you met a?
No, she had an abortion.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Well, you could have just said no.
Well, I mean, the history's out there.
You
I
could have
thought we
just
weren't
said
going to talk about Fredbird.
Could have
That
just said no.
froze
Happy
me.
opening day, everybody.
No.
What did you say? What was your question?
Does Stevie Nicks have kids? No, she had an abortion. Oh, okay. Could have just said no. It's fine.
She almost raised her friend Sarah's kids. And in fact, I think she kind of did, but like, you know, just financially. I don't think she was like a mother.
Well, you know what? I'm not so sure. Maybe that was the rumor that she spread around because this Lloyd Nix guy looks pretty much just like her.
There's Lloyd.
Oh my
What a cutie.
gosh.
Wow.
That
read it
is.
now.
Female version of Stevie Nicks. A male version of Stevie Nicks. Crazy.
Great glasses, Lloyd.
Yeah.
And also, what a name.
Yeah, Lloyd
Lloyd
is a cool
Nix.
name. We toured with a Lloyd that was our age, and it was the strangest thing. Like, your name is Lloyd? And he's like
Lloyd
yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, and we also know a Floyd that's our
Floyd's
our age.
cool, too.
Floyd,
Randall Plink Floyd. Love that.
Floyd.
a Michigan guy, and he was
That makes
He was
sense.
That
guitar
is a cool
teching,
name.
guitar teching for the Swellers, and he's like, "I'm Floyd," and I was like, "Oh, sweet,
Hell yeah.
And I thought it was like a nickname. I was like, "Oh, that's a sweet name. How'd you get it?" And he's like, "My parents named me that." I was like,
Floyd.
oh, cool.
How
Hadn't
old
heard
is
that
he?
one. He's probably a couple years younger than us.
Okay, so parents, Pink Floyd fan.
Yeah.
Have to be.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
He didn't mention that.
Huh.
I would. Do you know anybody named Floyd besides that guy?
Just
Yeah.
well,
Mayweather.
that isn't.
Floyd Mayweather. Okay.
That
Okay.
doesn't have a gravestone above their
Okay.
head.
I worked for a guy named Floyd.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. I
He
know
owned
no
a company
Floyds.
and sweet man. Good guy.
I know no Floyds.
I feel like if your name is Floyd, you have to use Brill cream in your hair. I don't know why. but
Gotta
I
be
just-
slick back.
Yeah, you have to use. You have to.
Like you're
have
on a
like
motorcycle.
Your crew cut, like the old greasers.
Funny enough,
No matter how old you are.
this guy kind of, he kind of,
Yeah.
I mean, he had that look a little bit. Yeah, like a white shirt. He was always just in a plain
Yeah.
white shirt.
Pack of smokes rolled up in the sleeve.
Yeah.
That is a roadie name, by the
Yeah.
way. Floyd.
Hey, Floyd, need the guitar.
Floyd. All right, so we got St. Louis native and Grammy winner Lloyd Nix doing the national anthem. Members of the 85 National League Championship team will throw out the first ceremonial pitch. Sonny Gray gets the opening day start for the Cardinals. What's new at Busch? All right, let's see what's new at Busch here. Fans can enjoy new concessions, including rice bowls at International Walk, gourmet hot dogs at the Outfield Grill, and frozen custard treats from Freddy's. Crumble Cookies joins the lineup.
Oh, nice. Good for them.
Big
Is
soggy cookies.
Crumble local?
No, wasn't it it was college. Wasn't that the college kids story?
I don't know, but they're big on TikTok. I know that. My daughter ordered some of those things.
They're so expensive, but
They're very expensive.
But my kids love them too.
It's like a cake.
And they would like, yeah, it is, but it's so good. If you had just the chocolate
So
chip
sweet.
cookie is one of the greatest.
Oh, it is
things ever.
local.
Are they
Is it?
local?
Well, in Utah.
like a Columbia-
Logan,
Oh,
Utah.
stop it.
Local.
They're
there.
local if you live in Utah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Scott.
But I think this is the one where it was like a college kid, and he was like delivering them, and that's how it all started.
Oh yeah, they're big. Have you had
They're
one
huge.
of those? Crumble?
Oh yeah, I had them in Chicago. They're nuts. They're huge, and they're fine. It's like I don't care. I just
You know,
think it's too much.
My daughter wanted these things. She's
What
like,
do
"Can
you
we
mean
order
it's too
them?"
much?
It is too much.
I thought
It's
that
too
you
much.
and I would like
It's too
really
much.
bond on
Listen
this.
to
Those
me.
cookies are so damn good.
These cookies are like what the cupcakes were a couple years
Yes.
ago.
Now
when-
we're in cookie mode.
Except they're
when-
better because cookies are.
Cupcakes. Remember, cupcakes were the thing where you had to have, they had to weigh 15 pounds
Yeah.
each, and they
Little
had to
shot
have
of Fireball. Right.
They had to have 4 pounds of icing. They had to have a shot of Fireball on it. There was a pizza on one. I don't know.
Let me say this about crumble cookie: the edges are great, but then you get into the middle territory, and it's a big old just dough ball.
What? But that.
Yeah, you're
Where's
right.
the complaint?
And was
then
this
you-
cooked?
Yeah,
What do you
was
mean?
This you
That's
go,
what
was
I want.
this completely cooked?
Listen, I want safe cookie dough. That's essentially what I want.
Is it safe?
I want formed cookie dough. That's what I want my cookies to be.
It is the best of all worlds that way, but I got to tell you, because they're hot, you can get them warmed up.
Yeah, baby.
Right?
Wow.
And so you have it, and then you cut it into fourths because you don't want to feel like a monster. And, you start eating
and
it.
the box sits there on the counter.
It does.
Every time you walk by, you go, I'm going to take a little piece. And next thing you know,
Exactly.
it's gone.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you go, this is why I'm over 200 pounds.
Yeah, it's a week of
Yes.
it's a week of cookie cakes.
This is my problem.
This is my problem.
This is why I had to give up cookies for an entire year so I could see what has its claws still in me. And clearly it
you
does.
walk by it, it's a long pink box. Have you had one of these, Rafe? It's crumble cookies. It's a long pink box. And you walk by to do something else. You go, I'm just going to open it up and take a little bite.
Just
I
a
deserve
piece.
this.
Just a piece.
And then the kids go, who ate all the cookies? And I go, I don't know.
I'm not sure how that happened.
Somebody, your mother.
I didn't even know we
Dad,
had
why do you have
cookies.
crumbs in your beard?
mother.
It was your mother. All right, so you got crumble cookies now at Busch Stadium with Plantain Girls Caribbean Cuisine in Section 169.
Whoa.
The Budweiser Terrace also gets a refresh with new seating, drink specials, and live entertainment. I guess there's going to be a couple of post-game concerts at the stadium this summer. Cole Swindell performing on June 20th and Flo Rida on July 25th. So if you are going down opening day, it's amazing because they listed on KSDK like what you can and you cannot bring into Busch Stadium.
Has it changed?
Now, I didn't know you could bring food into Busch Stadium. So if I made a sandwich, I could bring it.
Oh, my mom's been
that's
doing
sweet.
that.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
That was our trick when I was a kid.
Yeah, my parents refused to pay for parking. They refused to pay for food or drink or any of that kind of stuff. So my mother would bring this big old, very 1970s Coleman full of her lemonade. And then she'd have a purse full of just whatevers.
Like, so she would bring a hard cooler with her?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like a little igloo?
Yeah, I don't know if you can do that anymore. It was a Coleman. It was like one of
The
the
slide tops?
No, it was,
Was it the Coleman slide top? You know what I'm talking about?
We need to
No.
know exactly which model of Coleman
it's like a cylindrical thing that's about this tall, and it's got the whoop like they had like the little lipper, little whoop, and it sticks up like a.
Oh, and you
plastic-
can
like a
drink
big
straight up.
Plastic straw. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like the actual just beverage.
Yeah, but
like
it didn't
one
have a
beverage.
straw.
Oh,
so
no,
you
I
had
thought-
to tilt it.
I get what you're
okay.
saying.
I know what you're talking. No, I thought you meant a cooler, like your
Talking
mom
about
like
the
brought in a
Stanley
cooler.
thermos?
No, we're talking Coleman.
No, this is
We're
big
talking
old-
a Coleman.
I'm hearing Stanley over here.
1970s.
round-
You're in Stanley World right now?
Yeah, brown or like
All right.
maroon.
I love an igloo cooler, though. The little slide thing you're
The
talking
slide
about.
cooler.
Those are sweet as hell. You can get like
Very
Iron
cool.
Maiden ones.
Yeah.
That's B.
The slide top.
Yeah.
My buddy works for Igloo, and they do like bands and stuff now. They'll put speakers on it. They did a Green Day one. They did a Iron Maiden one. They did all sorts of them. Like Igloo is like
Oh, man, it's sweet.
killing it right now.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Igloo is killing it right now.
They
I know
are,
that
dude.
sounds dumb, but like
They are
he's
seriously
Igloo is killing it.
he went from Adidas. He went from Adidas to Igloo. So there's got to be a reason.
Those little mini igloo coolers, like the lunch coolers, they do have some cool custom ones. Good gifts.
They should do what like Tervis has done, where you can customize an igloo cooler on your own to make it be whatever you want it to be.
I don't like the name Tervis.
Yeah, look.
I don't even like Tervis because
It's too much. It's too close to turd.
it is.
Yeah, and I'm
That's
drinking
what
out
it
of
is.
it.
And also, I'm drinking out of a Tervis today. This is the one that I got us when we started the show with our little faces on it. And these damn things, they cost like $30 each, and then they always morph in the dishwasher. And
Oh,
then
the lids do,
The
yeah,
lids
the
never
lids.
freaking fit. And then you're you're squeezing this thing on like I had to do this morning, and it's stupid.
Are you showing me
Agree.
igloo coolers with speakers?
yeah,
they're
there's a
sick,
couple,
dude.
but they got they got Beatles ones and Rolling Stones ones.
They're
and,
cool.
I got my
Just
mom.
give
the
me
Rolling
my
Stones one.
red one.
See, that's cool. Not
Iron
only
Maiden.
Tervis sounds like a kid that got beat up in school.
Yeah.
Tervis. He got picked last for dodgeball, doesn't it? It just sounds like you Tervis the Purvis. Like you just feel like you
Tervis
got.
the Purvis.
You just feel like you got really roasted on the schoolyard.
Who names their kid Tervis?
Whoever.
It's a family name.
Nimrod.
Tervis the Third.
Look at the cool stuff Igloos.
I mean,
putting
that's pretty
out,
cool.
dude.
They're doing basically what Yeti's doing at half the price.
Well, who knew?
It's a great gift option.
I mean,
for
that's
people.
it's a $175 cooler
Yeah.
And
with wireless twin speaker stereo design,
I mean, beach.
premium audio, and punchy bass.
You start talking beach float trip situations,
Oh.
camping.
They last forever too.
It is. Is it? If you drop it in the water accidentally, will it be okay?
I don't know.
You know, I don't know, but I had a buddy.
'Cause that is a float trip cooler. If I didn't, if I've seen one.
I had a buddy on a float trip when those speakers started coming out. You know, like the UE Dot and a couple of the other
Oh, I
ones.
have a Bose
Right.
Bose one, which is probably the best thing I've ever bought for myself.
They're really nice, and I got like the taller one, but those little ones were like perfect for float trips. And we were on a float trip, and my buddy like pulls one out, and he goes, "Hey man, I got a new speaker, and this thing is freaking waterproof." And as he said it, I go, "This idiot's gonna test it the wrong way." And he goes, "Watch!" And he throws it in the river. And it's gone.
Doesn't float.
It doesn't float.
Right to the bottom.
And everybody's like, "What are you doing?" He goes, "It's waterproof. Watch." We're like, "It's at the bottom. What are you doing?"
In moving water.
And moving water.
You didn't throw it in a pool.
He didn't think about it, man.
I just
Didn't
spilled
think-
coffee on myself.
Oh,
I
geez.
know.
What a
These
day.
lids.
They
These
were-
lids.
Turbans.
23
If we had a
minutes in.
Turvis, look at this lid. It's split.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a split one.
These lids suck. Anyway,
Turvis peed his pants.
so here's what you can bring to Busch Stadium. You could bring bags, purses, soft-sided coolers that do not exceed 10 inches by 8 inches by 10 inches. Let me see here. Food. Okay, you could bring non-alcoholic beverages in factory-sealed plastic bottles that are no larger than 2 liters, including water bottles. You could bring empty cups, mugs, or plastic bottles. Not allowed. You cannot bring alcoholic beverages and non-alcoholic beer. You cannot bring aluminum containers, glass bottles. Cannot bring metal cans and thermoses.
Dang it.
You cannot bring balloons,
Dang it.
including beach balls and other inflatables. You cannot bring a broom
Well, this is really upsetting.
because Scott loves to clean up after.
I do.
He likes
I
to
love
pitch
Well,
in.
these nutshells aren't going to sweep themselves.
No.
Hey, back to bringing your own food in. I have a new goal for 2025 because I'm going to make myself a turkey sandwich and I'm going to smash some Doritos on top of that turkey sandwich and bring that in because I feel like
Busch
that is
Stadium?
perfection.
Oh,
Yes.
That's pretty tight.
Like, have you
That's-
ever eaten a chips
Yeah.
Yes,
sandwich
of course.
before
What am
at the
I?
ballpark?
At a ballpark? No.
I'm an
No.
American.
You've not done that. Nobody's doing that.
At a
with-
ballpark? And not at a ballpark.
That's what I mean. That to me
Like doing that?
is summer.
While watching America's pastime?
Yes. I might even come out of my bologna, phase. I haven't had bologna in 12 years. Might just do that.
Who has?
Nothing like the 7th inning stretch picking a Dorito shard that got lodged in your gum.
Yeah, in between your tooth and your gum.
Yeah.
Love that.
Just keep your eyes up.
Hey, that's collateral damage of an amazing time.
Hey, so listen,
Don't-
if you're
don't get hit
thinking
with a foul
about
ball.
bringing a broom to the stadium today, think again because you're
No
not
brooms.
getting in.
Listen, us witches can do what we want. Okay?
How are we supposed to signify the sweep?
That's what I was going to say. Obviously, somebody
Obvi.
had to have brought a broom in.
Yeah, they used to bring them in for the sweep, right?
Right.
Like,
Yeah. Well,
The
I guess you
series
could
sweep.
have, if you got a group of like maybe 50 folks, you have one bristle, each person brings one. You have one with the
Oh, you sneak it.
stick.
Put it
just build
together.
it in there.
You build it in there.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a great idea.
Thank you.
It's a great idea.
No chair stools and bleacher seats with backs. No commercial camera equipment with lenses longer than the body of the camera, including video cameras, tripods, and monopods.
This is no fun.
Oh, monopods. Is that the selfie stick? Oh, no,
That's
that's just
the one,
kind of.
isn't it? Where you like zoom in?
No, that's no.
But it's just a stick where you
stand-up.
don't have to
Okay.
hold the thing. You
Monopod.
just
yeah,
hold the
stand
stick.
so no one's making content during the game.
Let me see here. No aerosol cans. No drones. Oh. Ooh, how about this? No face paint, costumes, or other costume that covers the head or face.
What? Man, what a bummer.
How's the software supposed to identify you?
No fireworks. No flagpoles. No PVC pipe.
Okay.
Scott.
Jeez.
No laying pipe.
Or other poles.
No potato gun. Okay. What did we
Yeah,
learn
no
last
flag
year?
poles, no PVC pipe, no other poles. No hoverboards, skateboards, roller skates, and rollerblades.
It'd be so fun to rollerblade down the ramps of Busch
Oh,
Stadium.
can you imagine some
Yeah.
a-hole's got rollerblades on during opening day?
That'd be so cool.
That would be sweet as hell. The
Yeah, it would.
rollerblades.
Yeah,
like,
I
when,
can.
When it's
Really?
on.
This guy?
I'm seeing him in my mind right now, rollerblading from
World Trade
concession stand to concession stand with
And my,
nachos
Daisy
in
Dukes.
hand. Yeah, dude, backwards. You guys want to go backwards? Eating a pretzel backwards, not even looking where you're going.
No luggage?
If I just came from the airport,
Well, you got to do
What
something
if
with
it's
your bag.
see-through luggage?
No luggage.
That should be
It
allowed.
is specifically no luggage.
all right.
No illegal substances, no knives longer than 4 inches when unopened, no noisemakers of any kind, including air horns, cowbells, and thundersticks. No obscene, offensive, or indecent clothing. No stun guns or tasers. No wrapped packages.
So,
Like a present?
I guess so.
I guess so.
which makes sense.
You know what I'm not hearing? No ladders. Didn't hear nothing about no
I didn't
ladders.
see anything about a ladder on here.
I think we're going for free. Let's get a
I didn't
big ass
see it,
ladder.
and
see if
we'll
we
go,
get 5
hey, we will
people
get
in.
into the player entrance that way.
Yeah.
Good.
Here to change the light bulb. See my ladder?
Here to make Ozzy a sandwich.
Here's I don't have a pass. I have a ladder. Oh, well, right this way, sir.
Oh, yeah, those things did rip.
Well, Google looked at the top baseball questions and ballpark foods Americans have been searching for since it is opening day today. And they posted a map of the top ballpark food each state's been Googling the past week. And they include ballpark beer, brats, corn dogs, fries, nacho burgers, pizza, pretzels, pulled pork, so health food. But here are the top 5 baseball questions that we've been Googling.
Okay.
And I will go to our baseball expert, our MLB expert, Lern.
Yes.
To tell us what these things mean.
Okay.
What does PO mean? P period O period.
Pitcher out.
Pitcher out.
Pitcher's
No.
out.
She's close.
Well, you're close. Scott?
P-O-P?
PO.
Oh,
P.O.
Oh!
what do you got?
Pitch off.
Nope.
Nope. You're farther. Wrong
It is
direction.
put out. That's right. Put out.
Who's
Lern.
putting out?
Short for
Yep.
put out.
I like saying
Static
pitched
clubs.
off now. Like, because it's baseball season, instead of saying pissed off, we're saying pitched off.
Man, I'm
like
so
that.
pitched off.
Ooh, let me try
So they
these.
designate a guy on every team, just so you know, Learn what in terms of baseball,
Yeah.
what put out means. They designate a guy to be the team slut for that day.
Yeah.
So
He's gotta
he
put
is,
out.
This is great.
he's got to put out.
Yes.
Like,
this
listen.
is, I as you know, I am pro ho. So this is great news.
Put out.
So I believe,
There's always somebody, too, raising their hand like, can I be the
Put out or get
today?
out.
Put out.
yeah,
Put
that's
out.
it. So who will be the designated put out today and how many times will he put out? That's the stat they have.
Yes.
So I think today's put out for opening day is Mason Wynn.
Fantastic.
That's my guy.
For the win.
That's my guy.
And the answer is anytime.
Okay.
Moon, how much do minor, and again, these are the top questions that America, that we're Googling for opening day. How much do minor league players make?
Right now, I think the average, like if you're average and you're gonna kind of be there
I've
for
got
a while,
a wide swath here.
I'll say if
Yeah.
not the guys that are like down there because they're having a hard time with their swing and they need to get back to the pros. The guys that are going to be there for a while that are kind of hanging in there are
They're
probably making
not going to make it.
30 to 35,000 USD.
What do you think, Rafe?
I don't know. My friend played for the Manitowoc Skunks, and I remember they got all the players a job, and the Manitowoc makes ice
Makes them work.
machines, and they all worked in the factory.
Oh, they worked at the ice machine
That was
factory?
like, because that was like part of their thing, is they would let them out to go to practice. Like they had, it was crazy.
I know that it's just over the poverty line.
I may be less. I'm going to say 22K.
Oh,
22K?
really? That's not poverty line is 27, right?
Scott, how much do minor league baseball players make?
Well, I think we're talking about the ones that are owned by the major league clubs, right? Not just rando.
I thought it was.
I'm going to say
I thought it was
I'm
everybody.
taking into account all,
No, it
not
depends
just
on-
AAA Memphis people that got. There's
It
going
all
to be people in
depends on the
AAA.
league. Like I mean, like the
Exactly.
Frontier League.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
The-
the Hoots are, I think, the Frontier League. If I'm not
Frontier
mistaken.
and
Yeah.
Prospect and Double
okay, if
A.
that's the case,
They
then
get
I'm
free
going to say
popcorn.
28,000.
You're all right. It's between 20 and 36,000.
20. Wow. Wait, 20 and what? 36?
And between 20 and 36,000, depending on what league they're in. And that actually used to be less. They got a raise in 2023.
Yeah, and think about this, dude. There's some people bringing that average up because there's going to be the guys that are like hot prospects coming out and getting
Right.
like Ken Griffey Jr. got like I want to say it was like a $300,000 minor league signing bonus with the Mariners. So there's guys getting that are going straight to the Jordan Walkers and the people that are like going straight to AAA. They're almost ready for the pros. That are bringing that average up.
There is a position player, I think, starting today that skipped the minors. I think it's the first time. I think it's only one of 3 players that skipped the minors, that went right from, got drafted, and will be playing today.
Wow.
Wow.
That's cool.
Who's that? You got a name?
I forget his name, but the other two are John Olerud and Pete Incaviglia, if you remember those names.
Incaviglia.
Olerud.
Did he play for the Reds?
Olerud wore the batting.
Played for a long time.
Olerud played for a long time. He wore the batting helmet.
Yeah.
First baseman.
You ever heard his Ricky Henderson story? Olerud's like played with Henderson, got traded back to another team, and Henderson was on it, and he's like, Ricky, notice you wear a batting helmet when you play. And he goes, yeah. And he goes, I used to play with another guy wear a batting helmet. And he goes, yeah, Ricky, that was me, dude.
R.I.P. Ricky Henderson.
They played like 5 years together.
R.I.P. Ricky Henderson. All right.
Ryan Johnson.
Ricky knew another
Ricky
guy.
noticed that maybe Ricky should have been running around with the.
Ryan Johnson is the guy?
Yeah.
Who did he play for?
He's going to be on the Angels.
And he skipped, right? How old is it? He's got to be in his...
Oh, let's see here.
Hey, Incaviglia, who was he a Red?
22-year-old.
Who did he play for? It was National League, right?
Yeah,
I swear I remember playing him.
Yeah, 22 years.
22, didn't even have to go to the minors.
That's great.
Awesome.
Good for you, my man.
All right, Learn, how heavy is a baseball?
Oh, great question. I'm gonna say
It was a Phillies. Gosh dang.
it's like 9. It's like
9.
It's like 90 ounces.
90.
Oh boy.
I don't know how many ounces in a pound.
16,
12.
so that's
Six.
an 8-pound baseball.
Okay, hold up. Let's
Which
go.
sometimes it feels like a hard ball.
No. Let's go 21 ounces.
21 ounces. Well,
Can I guess?
yeah.
Is it 6 or 6 ounces?
6 ounces.
It's-
Okay.
Okay.
I'll go a little heavier. I'll say it's 8.
8. Okay, Scott.
I got to go in between all those, so I'm going to say 6.8.
And it actually varies a little. The rules say a ball can't weigh less than 5 ounces or more than 5 1/4 ounces.
Oh, so 5. 5 ounces.
What does OPS mean?
OPS.
You down with OPS?
Yeah, you know me.
It is.
I know.
Put your hand down.
Offense.
I'm not.
Hey, hold up.
We're gonna let
OPS.
Learn work this out.
I am.
Offense.
Just didn't want you putting
Pitcher.
it out.
Syndrome.
Sensation.
Offensive pitcher sensation.
Yes, it's actually a disease that they get in their arms.
Okay. It requires surgery.
Medical attention.
I need Tommy John because my OPS.
Oh, yes. Tommy John surgery, for sure.
Moon.
It is on base percentage, on base plus slugging.
Yes.
Nice.
And it has to do with it's the all encompassing on base percentage with the slugger percentage baked in. I learned this last year. This is
It combines your on base percentage
and
with your
divides it
slugging
by-
percentage, or basically how many extra base hits you get.
right, yeah. That's right.
Fantasy baseball nerds find this very helpful.
Yeah, and slugging percentage is something that I had heard my entire life, and I think I learned it like 2 years ago. And it is basically, it's measuring your power, which of course, obviously, it's in the name. But I was like, how do they do that? Like only home run hitters get slugging percentage? It just doesn't make any sense. And it was extra bases. It has to do with extra bases. So like,
Yeah.
Ozzie Smith's not going to have a huge slugging percentage because he was a heck of a hitter, but he wasn't hitting a lot
Or
of
that power
triples.
hitter.
What qualifies you to be an actual slugger? Like if you hit it once?
Extra
Good for
bases.
you.
Yeah,
Like
extra
to
base.
be considered a
Yeah.
slugger.
Like in the hierarchy of great baseball player. Oh, he's a slugger. Okay. How? Like what's the qualifications
I
there?
think just you could hit a ball. I mean, hey there, slugger. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Also,
don't.
just being a little kid in the Midwest and having an uncle, you're automatically a
Yeah,
slugger.
hey there, slugger.
Hey, slugger.
Well, you could also be a tiger. Hey there, tiger.
Yeah. Tigers are single hitters.
Tigers.
Total bases divided by at bats.
All right, and final question. What people are Googling about opening day. How long are baseball games? How long are baseball games?
Allegedly too damn long.
People say 4 hours,
9
but,
innings.
but I think that doesn't happen.
They're under 3, right?
240.
Lock it in.
245.
245.
Scott's Mr. Baseball. I'll go with him. 245.
402.
402.
No, they went down last year because of the pitch clock. I want to say 2 hours and 18 minutes.
All right. Well, you guys are close, except for Lern. The average hit an all-time high of 3 hours and 10 minutes in 2021. And then the pitch clock arrived, and it got down to 2 hours and 36 minutes last year. So literally more than a half hour faster. I mean,
It
That's a big
definitely
deal.
has changed the game.
It feels quicker when you're there.
Because we finally get the cool seats, and now they're speeding up the game. When I was a
Right?
kid, why couldn't I have had the cool seats?
Yeah,
where-
those green seats ruined
Yeah.
me, man. They're so nice. Talking about the food.
So when we
curious
get
if
those,
that-
we'd ask them to go back to old rules so we'd have a longer game.
How do you think that, from a profit standpoint, you think that's hurting owners?
beer sales, yes. And I wonder by how much.
Because you guys think 160 games, so 80 some odd home games times. So you're losing 40 hours.
81 home games.
40 hours of beer sales in a
Right.
60,000 person stadium has got to be pretty significant. Right?
I would like to know how much that cost owners.
Didn't
Wonder
they
if they'll
extend the
stop.
innings that they're serving alcohol?
That's what I'm curious about.
Did they
Yeah.
really?
I think so, because
so.
usually it was the seventh inning. That was it, right? Seventh
Seventh
inning.
inning stretch.
That's probably why they do it now, to make that up. A couple of stadiums did lift the seventh inning
Yes.
last year, because I remember we reported on it.
I did not know.
I don't know if it's a league-wide thing.
I think Bush is the same way. I think you can,
Just party all the way through.
yeah, maybe, or the ninth inning.
Let me see here. Most MLB stadiums stop serving beer at the end of the seventh. Some may extend into extra innings or have exceptions for certain areas, like premium seating. Football games, NFL beer sales usually stop at the end of the third. Basketball games, beer sales often cease at the start of the fourth. Hockey, for NHL games, beer sales generally stop after the second intermission.
I went to a game. It was not a Premier League game. It was a championship game over in England. I was actually in Wales, and we were in a stadium that was kind of falling down because this team had been promoted. They were building a new stadium, and they let this one go to crap. But they had a long-standing rule that no alcohol was to be sold at any time in the stadium other than halftime. So it was the most raucous thing I've ever seen in my entire life. So rowdy, dude. The first half ends, and everybody's already totally hammered from all the pubs around town anyway from before the game. And they rush to the bar, and everybody's ordering 4 to 6 beers at a time. And they're ready for that. And they're just
Right.
bam, 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 bam. And everybody just bangs them all down.
Ugh.
And then they hide the cups, and I didn't realize why they were hiding the cups until we went back up to the seats. Now everybody's mouthy as heck, and on the other side, they have this huge net in between our section and the other supporter sections, the away section,
Yeah.
and it's soaked all over, and I didn't realize why it was soaked.
People throwing their beers?
No,
Or
buddy.
urinating?
They were peeing in their cups and then throwing
Oh, nice.
that on the away supporters and back and forth. And,
Oh.
dude, nothing was more wild than by the end of that game. I mean, to watch an entire stadium get drunk at the same time was
Magical,
it was magic.
That-
It was magic.
That pee throwing felt magical.
Well,
it
that
is
was
everybody
just
getting
part of
hammered
the
at the
thing.
same time, I
Yeah,
guess.
I wasn't getting
As
wet.
one.
It was amazing.
It
It
gets
was-
you like a month in solitary confinement in prison.
I know, dude, the UK is wild, and it was one of the coolest experiences of my life.
Have you not seen Ted Lasso? Come on.
I don't remember the pee scene from Ted
Oh, you
Lasso.
didn't? That's
They're not up in
director's
the
cut of
stands.
Roy Kent throws it in Jamie's face.
That's right. Hey, local story here. Mom's Deli. Remember we had the story. Mom's Deli, very famous,
Very delicious.
very delicious. Haven't been there in years, but when I heard they were relocating, it was a big story. In early February, Mom's Deli said they were relocating. At the time, a new spot was not determined, but now they were at 4412 Jameson. Remember, it was the original lease would not be renewed. Well, now we got a new location for Mom's Deli.
Overland.
Keeping it South City?
It's going to be still in South City. It is 5425 Hampton,
Cool.
which is Hampton and Eichelberger.
Perfect.
It's closer to me.
Right by like the record exchange down there.
I think there's a Salt and Smoke right there.
I bet it's the old Dado's. Dado's just closed, and that's right by Salt and Smoke. And that's right on Eichelberger in Hampton. That place was awesome, too.
5425 Hampton. So it's Hampton and Eichelberger. Exact opening date has not been set yet. But, yeah, that was Fox 2 reporting that. So it's a new chapter for this business.
Right on.
And they are staying in South City.
I hope it's good, man.
I think it'll be fine.
Yep, that's the old Daddo's Cafe.
Oh, okay, so that makes sense.
So moms went to dads.
Yep.
Moms went to Daddo's.
Wow.
Or dads went to moms.
Well, they made
Daddo's went
Daddo's
to heaven.
move.
Daddo's went to heaven.
Oh, Daddo's died?
Daddo's passed away. Mom's moving into the old place.
Daddo's died?
Which that place was
stairs.
awesome. They had the best gyros. It's a real bummer. But at least one of them lived.
Well, now we will have sandwiches
Yeah.
at the old Daddo's now.
I can live
We'll
with
have
that.
to
Bring it to
go
Mom's.
when it
I would love
grand
to.
opens.
I would love to.
Little Risho outing.
I would love to.
All right.
I know Moon's talked about this before. Listen, everything's a hack nowadays. Like if you look onto TikTok and you look on social media, everybody's got a hack.
Mm-hmm.
And not everything is a hack. And Moon's talked about doing this actually. Very unethical, might I add.
Oh,
Okay, thank
can't
you.
wait for this.
Very unethical, and I don't like it. And I think you regret doing it.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
This is back in the day
Okay.
as a struggling musician.
I've done
and
things that I'm not proud of.
And you're looking for any angle you could get.
I know what you're talking about.
What am I talking about?
A man's got to eat.
A man's got to eat.
Man's got to eat, bro.
Oh. I know this hack.
It's not a hack.
This is not a hack. This is stealing.
This is not a hack. And this
This is-
woman is going viral.
This is stealing, and I'm sorry that I did it.
This woman's going viral for this free breakfast, quote unquote, hack.
Yeah, I'm not sure I was ever proud of this, but this is something that we were doing to survive.
So
I'm already okay with it.
why are you okay with this?
I'll tell you why. Well, say the thing.
Well, what do you think she does?
I think she goes to hotels and feeds herself and possibly others.
Why are you okay with this?
Because I think of all the times I've slept through breakfast.
Oh, you're giving her.
That hotels owe their...
You are giving her
They
your
always,
time.
I'm like, who's getting up? Who's staying for 4 days and breakfast is over at 9?
right.
Yeah, dude.
And I've slept through it so many times where I'm like, dude, I'm getting up tomorrow and I paid $180 for this stupid room. There's nothing fancy about it. I'm at least getting some biscuits and gravy out of this deal and an Eggo. And then I don't because it's
You slept
crazy. Or I wake up and it's like 8:50 and I'm like, oh man.
And then you get the go. They're not replacing it at that point, so
You
it's
just
like
gotta
it's
drag.
the bottom of the barrel eggs.
Right.
It's the eggs that have been sitting there for 2 hours.
But at least
Right.
it's something. You
Eased
got to
on.
drag yourself down there. If you got 10 minutes, you just drag. You go down there in your socks. Who
Yes.
cares?
And I've done it. I've done the like go get it and take it back to my room like a real POS.
It's not a hack, though.
No, it's stealing.
It's not, but
It's stealing.
I'm okay with it because I have surrendered my right to that breakfast so many times. As hundreds of people staying in that hotel, I bet don't make it, don't get up, or they got to get up and go. They don't have time. They're getting away with, if breakfast is included, they're getting away with probably 50% of their clientele not taking advantage of it.
Here is the woman showing us her hack on getting a free breakfast, which involves going into a hotel, looking like you belong there, and then stealing breakfast from them. Easy, huh? Here we go.
Here are some tips on how to get your breakfast. It's key to research beforehand. Know the layout of the first floor of the hotel that you're going into and go to the elevators first. Look like you belong there, but also look like you don't need to be there. Like it's an inconvenience for you to be there. Just look so busy, be on the phone. The clipboard goes a long way. I'm already planning where I'm going for breakfast next week. Please grab stuff not for yourself. For pre-wrapped bagels and fruit, people always need food.
What a nerd.
Please. So she's a saint.
She's casing.
Oh,
the joint.
she's. Please grab stuff for other people. Do you hear the end there? As she's justifying this whole thing, she's justifying her crime because what she's doing is stealing. She's justifying her crime because Moon, she's going to give food to others. Remember, hey,
You're right.
I'm just taking from the rich and giving to the poor.
Yeah.
This is a regular Robin Hood right
Yeah,
here.
she's doing the Lord's work.
Amazing.
Man.
Finally, we got one.
But listen.
Board goes a long way. I'm already planning where I'm going for breakfast next week. Please grab stuff not for yourself. For pre-wrapped bagels and fruit, people always need food.
Yes,
That's right.
people always need food.
Well, I agree with Rafe.
Thank you.
You know, I've slept in a time or two, and sometimes I've gotten a little gluttonous, and I've gone down to these buffets before and loaded my plate up and wasted food. So it's like if we're eliminating food waste and it's going to somebody in need, I'm into it. And who cares? Everything's overpriced anyway.
Why is it overpriced? Because people are doing stuff like this.
Nah.
That's why. Oh, yeah.
Nah.
Oh, yes.
It's, they would be throwing that food out anyway. Might as well donate it to somebody that wants it / needs
This
it.
is not donating. This is a woman walking and taking it.
Well, we were
And
broke.
she's pretending she's giving it to somebody
And she's
else.
pretending she's the patron saint of continental breakfasts.
Our facts, we were broke rock and rollers, played a show the night before, drove 8 hours through the night, and whoever the driver was would go, oh, look, there's a something inn or a Best Western or whatever. Wonder if they got Continental.
B-dubs.
And then you pull in the back, you try to get in the back door somehow.
Right.
You walk in and
You grab yourself a free USA Today, which is probably in front of every door.
yeah, well, you park the van in the back, then you walk around to the front, and you walk in, and like she said, you kind of go to the elevators or whatever, but you go back and you let your guys in from the back, so everybody really comes from the
hallway.
hotel rather than from the,
Right.
from the front, and then everybody looks like, they don't know, they didn't check you in the night before, the morning
right.
staff.
It's smart. I'm listening.
You go over there, you
They're
get the
not-
little pack of Yoplait, you get the little thing of cereal, some Captain Crunch, and
It's-
And you use the bathroom before you leave.
and that's right. And we would
Chances
deuce,
are you're not getting caught.
we
Yeah.
would deuce and then move on. We were never caught.
But it's dishonest.
And honestly,
is.
if it's a good buffet and it's a good, they give you vouchers.
They're never really good.
Yeah, you're not getting
I'll tell you
anything
what,
but
dude.
dehydrated eggs.
The one by, I stay at that little Best Western Plus by Arrowhead when we go sometimes, and they got like they take it up a notch.
They got the ticket though, right?
It's a ticket.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
well.
And it's like you give it to someone, there's a host
Yeah,
that seats you, and
yeah,
it's like a
that's
big breakfast.
premium.
It's a nice spread.
Well, that's
And
like,
I feel like if they have a spread like that, you're probably going to have a ticket voucher anyway. So she's just getting in on this has to be the basic
Yeah, this is lowest. This is powdered
oatmeal,
eggs.
powdered eggs that all going to get thrown in the trash anyway. An apple wrapped in saran wrap.
And somehow the orange juice is thicker than the oatmeal.
I know.
There's like a
Little
weird
box
thing
of
going on.
Frosted Flakes.
Boy, Jeff Burton loved hotel eggs.
Did he really?
I love them too.
Oh, they're so nasty.
He liked the wetness of it.
He liked the wetness of them.
Yeah, I understand.
He liked them when there was like a pool of water.
Yeah, yeah.
After they've been sitting there for
God,
a while.
it's so
Runny
gross.
eggs.
I'll make runny eggs at home. I'll make like a soft scramble,
Okay.
but I do that myself.
And the runniness
because
is the
they've been
yolk.
sitting there.
Yeah, the runniness is the yolk, not the water.
You're assuming it's because they've been seated in a pan for 24 hours.
You know what it is? It's dehydrated eggs. They're hydrated, and they start to, after sitting there for a while, they start to separate again.
They sweat it out.
You know a lot about dehydrated eggs. Where do you even get such a thing? You know?
You
Egg
buy-
You need
prices are
dehydrated
still
eggs?
soaring.
Buy-
I can get you dehydrated eggs.
Please. I would love to get a package.
Go on to the restaurant supplied like Cisco, not the thong song Cisco, but like SYSCO. Is that how you spell it? SYSCO.
I think that's right.
Powdered eggs.
Powdered eggs.
Fully dehydrated eggs. A powdered egg, fully dehydrated, made by spray drying in the same way the powdered milk is made.
Which it's eggs. Yeah, I mean,
I like them too. And we had them in the military where we'd have hot breakfast in the field. It was awesome. It wouldn't happen often, but sometimes
it was a treat.
chow guys
I'm
came
sure.
out. It was like powdered eggs and sausage in like a little metal container, and it was exactly like hotel breakfast. That's basically the quality you're
Hey,
getting.
and listen, you're getting what you pay for. It came with the room.
Right.
You're getting your powdered eggs.
Look at this. You can
yeah, but
make.
that's why you got to go to Drury because they actually have a pretty good breakfast.
You can
Drury
make your
does?
own?
Yeah.
You can dehydrate your own eggs and make them last for years.
That's sweet.
With egg prices the way they are now, these guys are looking pretty smart.
Yeah, where are the powdered eggs for the people?
You can go to Amazon. Listen, your birthday's tomorrow.
I know.
I'm getting you 10
Powdered
pounds of
eggs.
dehydrated eggs.
Get on that Prime.
10 pounds.
Order it up.
Look,
Here
they come
by
in a
tomorrow.
bag right here. $4.19 for Bob's Red Mill Egg Replacer. Oh wait, that's a replacer. I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's not real. I want the real deal.
2 pounds.
Anyway, this hack, quote unquote hack, it's not a hack. This is walking in and stealing. I don't like it. Now, listen, we know that people go onto the internet and they take everything as gospel. You know, if you sound like you know what you're talking about, people are like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So there was this guy going viral with a list of 4 ways that you might be pumping your gas wrong.
What?
Listen, I didn't know this, but we're all pumping our gas the wrong way.
Okay.
And it's TikTok we're talking about. So are this guy's tips really something? So this guy says, fill up in the morning or at night. Fill up your car in the morning or at night. He says gas expands when it's warm, so you get a little more for your money when it's cold out. You won't save enough to retire on, but it's not going to hurt. In theory, yes, but don't worry about it. Consumer Reports actually tested this out, and it only saves you a couple cents at best. Gas stations store fuel underground where the temperature doesn't fluctuate much, so not much of a difference. He also says put the nozzle clip on the lowest setting.
Yeah, I started doing that too because it was something about like you're filling it up with fumes and a couple other things.
He says it's worth the wait because the faster you pump, the more it turns into vapor, and gas pumps have vapor return lines that suck it back in so it doesn't end up in your tank. Again, maybe, but we're talking pennies. Your time is worth more, so pump your gas and get on with your life. Not worth it. Don't wait until your tank is empty, which is something I always heard. He claims gas evaporates faster when there's more air in there, but again, it really doesn't make a huge difference, if any. The real reason to follow that advice, and if you've ever heard that before, like don't wait until your gas tank gets empty to fill up. Does anyone remember why?
Don't wait.
Why don't wait till it's empty?
Yeah.
In case you get in a police
Well, yeah,
station.
because all the dirt. And
Right.
Fuel
rust
injection
and
stuff.
everything.
The gas tanks have sediment at the bottom, and when your tank is low, more of it can clog up your filters. So it's better always to ride with at least half a tank. It's just not for the reason this guy says.
Well,
I take back my police chase comment.
Which was?
Well, you don't want to have an empty tank just in case.
Oh, just in case you could need to be on the run. I get it.
Hello.
That's smart.
I mean, that's embarrassing.
The guy also says don't gas up with when the tanker truck is there.
Why?
stirring
Air
up things.
pockets?
Yeah, all the dirt.
Again,
down
it's not a big deal, but those underground tanks have sediment too, and it gets stirred up every time it's filled. I mean, it could mean more gunk gets in your system, but your car's a fuel filter. The gas stations have filters too. If you want to be extra careful, hit a different station, but it probably won't make a difference. And now you know. So don't believe everything you see on the internet.
Okay.
Okay, folks? You heard it here.
Okay.
Probably for the first time. Maybe nobody's told you that before. You can thank your friends on the Riz Show.
Thank you.
People are getting upset about this hotel breakfast thing.
What are they upset about?
Someone in the chat said, I can't justify stealing, Rafe. I don't take free samples at the store. Am I owed a box next time because I didn't take the free samples? Come on.
Well, yeah.
And I go, well, the store doesn't price gouge cookie prices when Taylor Swift's in town, pal. So trust me, these hotels are doing fine. Like, it's not the same thing. I get the sentiment of it, but when I go to this hotel for a Chiefs game, it's $300 a night. And if you go on a Monday, it's like $70. It's a Best Western. Making $300-400 a room on a Chiefs game. They're doing good, dude. They can afford the breakfast.
Okay, Rafe, how about this? If somebody goes to Target and they accidentally, the store accidentally doesn't scan an item. Mm-hmm. Are you turning around and returning it?
If I'm
Are you
checking my
turning?
receipt?
If you check your receipt and go, man, this is a little light. Like I didn't pay as much as I should have, and come to find out they didn't scan some of your items.
I might, but they don't offer free stuff. It's not the same thing. I didn't pay to go in to Target, and then
but you
on
bought
the way
some-
out they offer me a
You
free.
bought stuff though,
I bought
and you
stuff.
know you did buy stuff, and
That's an item for item exchange.
Target's raised their rates, and it's not like they're going to miss the
Target doesn't-
the $50 that wasn't scanned.
Yeah, I mean it's the same premise to me. Target doesn't. They don't raise the price of dog food because Metallica's in town.
Yeah, but dishonest is dishonest.
Yeah, there's maybe some truth to that. I just don't have a problem with. I think the hotel. I don't know. There's a little bit of part of me that wants to stick it to them. There's a little part of me that's like F Target. If I'm being honest with you, if I get out,
I
there,
love Target,
It depends
but
on
F
what
Target.
it is. It depends on how much it is. If I'm like, hell yeah, dude, I got some free potato salad. Score one for the roaster. I probably ain't going back in. I'll be honest with you. Now, if it's a $70 bag of dog food or something like that, where I think it's a big hit, I might go back in.
Okay.
It's
I want to know where the morality starts.
It's a case by case basis.
I want to know what price does being
I think it's got to be
the morality begin.
Yeah, $50.
I didn't know there was so much pearl clutching for freeze-dried eggs or whatever. People are like really divided on this.
People are divided.
How dare you? They should get to throw those eggs in the trash can and let people dig them out of the dumpster.
My whole thing with this woman, with the quote-unquote hack of it, and then at the end, how dare you say, make sure you take some for others because other people need to eat.
Let me ask you this.
Get out of here.
Let me ask you this.
Get out of here.
Mr. Morality.
Yes. Go
If
ahead.
the story was different, if she wasn't such a douche, she's like, hey, I'm a battered woman, and I left my abusive husband with my 2 children, and we're living in a shelter.
With our dog.
And this is my hack
We're really
to feed my
we're really
kids.
stretching
She's
it
feeding
here.
her children and her dog.
What's the difference? Stealing is stealing, right? Do you feel differently about it? If you're like, yeah, that ain't hurting that hotel. She's in a tough
They don't
spot.
even know, dude.
It's just like Moon was, they were broke rock and roll guys.
But
I
that doesn't
sympathize with that. There's something about living life on the road, living like hand to mouth that I'm like, you know what? Good for you. I don't have a problem.
Okay, if it's a battered woman who is feeding her kids
And the dog.
fine.
Okay. Well,
What?
Fine.
How are
well
you-
then it's not a cut and dried stealing.
This is.
stealing.
I'm talking about this woman.
The dog is a rescue, by the
So,
way.
but it's case by case.
Get out of here.
But I don't know, man.
All right,
Slippery-
Riz hates
slippery
battered
slope
women.
there.
I didn't say that at all.
Slippery slope there when
And
you get
rescue
to
dogs,
decide
they're all
what
living together.
cases, because then if you have no moral standards and no just like again, if you have no standards, then who says? I mean, we're really getting into the weeds here, but who?
You don't get to be the guy that took the breakfast and then
I said it
lecture
was
about
wrong.
it.
I said it was wrong. I said I'm not proud of it. That was a wrong.
And I
Well,
said
I'm
I'm
proud of you.
disappointed in him
I
as well.
stole
And
a
I
lot of
said-
breakfast.
I'm proud of you.
that maybe don't make a video about it and just let people do it on the sly and just
Yeah.
be cool, everybody. Just be cool.
And maybe
be
that's
cool.
it. Maybe that's what I'm more upset about.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, don't be
That's the real
exploiting
crime.
all of us for what we're doing.
It's also, does she really do it, or did she get what she wanted because we're talking about her? Was it engagement?
Rage bait.
Maybe,
Who knows?
I don't know.
I'm just happy with stopping at a hotel to use the very clean facilities. And that's really where my morale stops. And honestly, I think that is fine. You don't want people pooping in your lobby? Don't put a bathroom there, okay? I can't help it if I have stayed at a hotel like this before and I know the cleaning
I
standards.
can't help that I got IBS and I'm driving by.
That's right. This tush is a little bit better
That's
than
on my
your
colon.
regular
You're right,
Moto
man.
Mart bathroom.
We don't want
okay?
we don't want the Hilton family missing out on anything.
Well, first, whoa, time out. Wait, let's not go there because we're not.
why not?
Because we're not talking about the Hilton
Who
family.
do you think owns all of these? They buy up all.
Maybe
who do you
it's a
think owns
franchisee.
Best Western?
You-
Dude?
franchisees. They're local people. Most of those Best Westerns, most of the hotel chains that you're looking at, those are like franchises.
Nah,
so
they
that's
changed
a
their
middle.
name.
That's
That's
a
when it
middle.
becomes the Quality Inn.
That's a middle class couple that's like every month struggling to figure out like where can we save some money here, or where can we do this?
Right.
Preach.
Hey man, I'm just telling you, do some
These-
research before you start just lumping everybody in there.
You're right,
Oh, you just did. You just do
I'm
your
just-
research straight.
man. These.
be the bad
I have to do the research on these
First, you steal breakfast.
impoverished hoteliers
I'm not. What? I mean, what
that
are you
had the
talking
money
about?
to buy an entire industrial, commercial property.
But that's not how it works.
I would like to know what the profit margins are for.
You're pandering
Hey.
to an audience
Here
that
we go.
doesn't
Hey,
know.
Hampton Inn
You
owner.
know better. You're messing
I
with
know
me,
he's just
dude.
trolling.
You want to know
Being a jerk, being a
Hilton
jerk.
versus Hampton?
Hampton versus Hampton?
Hilton versus Hampton. Hampton.
Did I say it Hampton? I
yeah.
did. I'm really becoming St. Louis. Damn it. Hampton.
Hampton.
I've been here 21 years. Hampton.
Take a ride on
22
Hampton.
years.
Listen, in terms of revenue, Hampton by Hilton consistently outperforms other Hilton brands, including Hilton Hotels and Resorts, with Hampton by Hilton leading in 2022 with nearly $10.2 billion
Okay,
in
but that's
room
corporate.
revenue.
How much do
Yeah,
local?
that doesn't mean anything. Like that's just
how
a
much
giant
do,
number.
How much does
for
a
shock value.
local
Okay, St. Louis.
local Hampton Inn franchisee make?
Okay, again, another AI answer.
AI
here.
answer.
In St. Louis, while both Hilton and Hampton hotels are part of the Hilton portfolio, Hampton by Hilton, a mid-scale brand, generally generates higher revenue per available room than a full-service Hilton hotel and resorts. Doesn't
That
give
told
me a
us
number.
nothing.
I know.
Best
Thanks,
Western.
AI.
Thanks.
Let's see.
I mean,
Best
you
Western
sounded
International.
good.
Thank
I mean,
you.
and authoritative.
I know.
Best Western International revenue profit $6.68 billion per year. Best
Yes.
Western International estimated revenue per employee franchisee $355,600 a year.
Okay, so here I'm looking at the average franchise owner for a Midwestern hotel franchise,
in-
single one.
Let's
is-
really narrow it down. Sullivan, Missouri.
Well, you said Hilton. Nobody's stealing breakfast from Hilton because I got tickets. We're talking about
Then
Motel
I only
6s.
advocate stealing from the Hilton family. Does that make you feel better?
We're talking about Motel 6s and Best Westerns.
That's what
and
you did.
The average for the owner is 90,000.
Oh.
And I found one here that says the average
man.
is 80,000.
Oh.
I found one
that's
here
not
that
good.
says they only pay themselves in powdered eggs.
Yeah, you're stealing from the mouths of the owner.
Literally stealing from their
Guys,
wallet.
listen.
After at 9 o'clock when they're cleaning it up, they're actually taking it back to a
Yeah.
closet room to feed the owner.
I saw a guy putting oatmeal in his wallet, his bifold, and he was just putting it in there. It was the saddest thing I ever saw. And he goes, "Well, another profitable day for me, I guess."
And he goes to pay the electric bill. He puts powdered eggs and and sends to Amron.
He goes,
How much power will this get me?
He goes to Amron. He's like, "I have 7 sausage links. I promise to pay the rest next month.
That's my point,
man.
though.
Please, Amron. Please."
We're going back to
Keep the
those
power on.
You
times.
know
That's
how
my-
cold people keep their rooms?
That's my point. In the age of Airbnb, it says here that the average profit turned by hotel chain owners in 2024 was 40 to 60,000 per year.
Yeah, but that's flipping back, dude. Hotels are hot again.
Guys, I don't want to argue.
Well, I just want
It's
facts.
opening day.
It's opening day.
It's opening day, and it's also National Joe Day.
Oh, can't be.
What a time to be alive.
Speaking of hotels.
By the way, I was watching Chelsea Handler's new special, The Feeling, on Netflix, which came out
Now it's Joe time.
a couple of days ago, and she talks about joeing as a woman, and it was hilarious. Highly suggest.
See, but I love you guys go to the Joe that we normally talk about. No, it's the name Joe Day.
Oh,
Okay?
really?
What's up, Uncle Joe?
And listen to this.
Good morning, friends.
What is your name?
My name is Joe.
My name is Joe. My name is Joe.
Hello, Joe.
That's such a beautiful name.
Such a beautiful name. Why do you ask?
Why do you ask?
Well, because
Today is your lucky day.
Today is National Joe Day.
It is National Joe Day.
cup of coffee, Joe? Yeah, thanks.
Relax. Have a cup of Joe.
It's Joe time.
Yeah.
Did you add that one?
Yes. It's Joe time, so we celebrate everything Joe today.
I'm going to just post on the Riz Show Facebook page about this, and I would like all of the Joes that listen to this show to please go comment. And I just want to know how
All the
many.
Joes out there.
Yeah.
Okay, famous Joes. I'm gonna give you a category. You yell out the most famous Joe you can think of. Athlete.
Joe DiMaggio.
Seiko.
Joe DiMaggio. Canseco.
Joe Montana.
Joe Canseco.
Jose. I'm just kidding.
Come on, man.
Who do you
That's-
think of? Joe
Montana.
Joe Montana.
Joe Montana. I'll
Joe
stay with
Montana.
that
Okay,
one.
we got 2 Montanas. We got a DiMaggio, and we got no answer.
Oh,
Okay, Jose is Joe.
yeah.
Okay.
He's the same, right?
Sure is, man.
Hollywood actor.
Joe Piscopo.
Joe Pesci.
Yeah, Joe
Joe
Pesci.
Pesci. I was gonna.
Pesci's the answer. Joe Piscopo.
Well, I went with what my mouth did. I'm sorry.
Did you say Joe?
I get worried about these types of games because I feel like I'm going to develop Tourette's. I just want to say, like, every time we do this, I get very nervous about what's going to fly out of my mouth.
Me too. I always feel like
Is
I
there
have to
another Joe?
stop a curse word of some sort.
Piscopo, Pesci? Is there
Levitt?
only Joes with P last
Joe
name?
E. McIntyre.
Joe Montana.
Jonas.
was probably in a
That's
movie.
not an actor.
Joe.
He has acted.
Yes, they
Was he the
Give
one
me
in
an
Jumanji?
actor, though.
Band camp or whatever that.
Joe.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God.
JGL.
So
Joseph
overrated.
Fiennes.
Why do you hate that guy?
You know, he actually looked really cute on Twitter the other day, and I was like, maybe I don't hate him. I don't know. I'm in between on him right now.
Famous Joe actor. Besides Pesci.
I said
besides
Piscopo.
Besides
Joe-
JGL.
Joseph Fiennes.
Joseph. That's from, he's a Handmaid's Tale guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Roberts, Jacob
Joe.
Buscemi.
Joe.
Who's the guy that
Christopher
played Dean Martin? He was in like Law and Order forever. Like good character actor. God, what is his
Joe Rogan was in something, I'm sure.
Oh,
Oh,
Joe
Joe
Manganiello.
Manganiello.
Joe
Your best
Manganiello.
friend. Follows us on
Oh,
Instagram
man.
now.
Duh.
That was
Joe
so
follows the show.
Joe Montana.
That's awesome.
Montana, that's what I'm
I
talking.
don't like
Joe
Joe
Montana.
Montana
I
and
mean,
Joe
I like-
Montana in the same
Joe
world.
Montana played Dean Martin, and for the 49ers.
All right, musician named Joe. 3, 2, 1.
Joey McIntyre.
Joey McIntyre. Joey McIntyre.
Joe
Cocker.
Joe Walsh.
Bonamassa.
Joe Walsh.
Joe Perry.
JoJo Seawall.
It's 2 points for that.
You say Seawall?
Or whatever her name is. I don't know
Seawa.
what it is. What is it?
Seawa?
Seawa.
We talked about her yesterday.
JoJo Seawall, yes.
JoJo and Joyce, which was a children's
How
program.
about Casey and JoJo?
Oh, yes.
All my life.
What about just JoJo?
Wait for someone like you. Name a second Casey and JoJo song.
I couldn't even name that first one.
Oh, your life.
So much hand holding to that song in like 1995.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know what that is.
Joe Bonamassa.
He said Joe Bonamassa.
Oh, I apologize.
It's cool.
I said Joe Cocker, Joe Walsh.
Joe Bon Jovi.
Joey
Joe Bon
Goldsmith
Jovi.
in the 2SG.
Nobody mentioned Joe Namath.
We're not on him.
I
We're
haven't
not
seen
in
his
the
I'm
sport
guitar
saying
anymore.
skills.
other Joes.
Oh.
Would you count Jodie Foster? Maybe I would.
No. Joanna Gaines.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys are stretching.
Joe Frazier.
What's up, Joe Frazier?
Josephine. Something.
Joe Stalin.
Yes.
Oh, athlete?
He acted like an
Me
a-hole.
Joe Green.
I thought of Joe Green. I thought of that commercial after we did that.
Joe Mama.
Hey.
According to the Social Security Administration, Joseph ranked number 6 from 1893 to 1899, behind John, William, James, George, and Charles. In 1910, it moved to number 5. From 1911 to 2005, it ranked number 12 or lower. Are people naming their kids Joseph still?
Not
Yeah.
as often.
Not as often.
Family
cute
name,
name.
biblical. It ain't going anywhere.
Joe Strummer, Joe Satriani.
It'll fluctuate between 1 and 50 for
When's
the
the
next
last time you
100
met a
years.
kid named Joe? I feel like our definition of Joe has hurt that name. Jack and Joe took a hit. Those are cool guy names that took a hit because they ended up being slang for,
Yeah.
another thing.
Jack? Jack is back, yo.
Jack is back. That's what I'm saying. Jack's back. Joe's on the way. But
Well, they all need to take a breather. And between the 80s and this last 10 years, Jack was, just he was on the bench, and now he's like, starting for the Cardinals. Jack this, Jack that. I mean, there's Jacks everywhere now.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the registry for under 15 years old. There's a million Jacks.
Jack story I have was our boss's son is named Jack. Okay, and I remember being out, and the kid was just born. And we were out with a record company guy. And I don't know how it was brought up, but the record company guy goes, "Man, Jack is the dumbest name ever."
No way, dude. That's amazing. It's like the universe does that to people.
And that time the boss was like, "Yeah, just, my newborn is named Jack." You a-hole.
What did
They
he
actually
get?
moved the guy. That was the end of that guy in this market.
No way. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. What did he say to backpedal out? Do you remember?
I don't remember. I was like, ooh, man, it was one of those situations. So, I just want to leave.
No, that's when you're like, oh,
No, I don't.
pull up a chair.
No, when something like that happens, I want to be Homer going into the bushes.
Oh, I love
want
that.
to be out.
But you
Did
didn't
Tommy
do
like
it.
it?
I know, but
You're a
it's the whole.
spectator.
But we're having a good. It just changed the whole vibe of the whole thing.
Oh, no way.
It changed the vibe of the whole.
Riz these days, though, this is a spectator
It
sport.
changed the whole thing. I don't know. All right,
I
listen, we
take
got
it
to
for
take a
that.
break, but first. And today's Team Riz Member of the Day is brought to us by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill, the official sports bar of the Riz Show, and home to St. Louis sports fans since 1990. On today's National Joe Day, our Team Riz Member of the Day is Joseph Roth.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Roth? Is he related to David Lee Roth?
Joseph Lee Roth.
Joey Roth.
Joey Roth. Joe is a day one Riz Show listener and receives all his current news from the show. Very sad.
Please go elsewhere for the serious stuff. Please stay informed.
Joe, please don't go to a hotel and just start eating breakfast willy-nilly.
He loves the relationships that each of us have with each other. love the hilarious stories that Jeff used to share during his time on the show. Moon's current favorite member of the show is not me. It's not Moon. It's not Lern or King Scott. But he'll forever hold a safe space for Jeff. That's very nice. Didn't even mention Rafe. That's good.
That's nice.
Joseph Roth from St. Charles is our Team Riz Member of the Day. Get a super sweet Team Riz Member of the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Riz. All right, we'll take our first break in the morning. We'll come back with crap on celebrities. It is 7:12. It is Thursday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Highways are clear. Your point forecast, small chance for hail later today, so pay attention. High of 70.
Hail when?
Hail.
What time?
It just said later today, early evening.
Hail to the now.
So, I mean, first pitch is at 3:15.
Well, hail no.
Oh, man. Is that our tarps good with hail?
I don't know, man.
Anyway.
Right now it's 49 at the Point Studio.
All right, Lern, what do you got?
Some new Sublime is coming. That's exciting. Brett's magical bandana, Corey Feldman's breaking news, and the best romantic couples on TV.
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays. We got the porno birthday. Also, Diddy facing lawsuit over alleged misconduct on a commercial set. Boy, and these details are crazy. And Gen Z going broke for concert tickets. We'll chop it up next. Stay there. All right, welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Riz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails, RizShow@1057thepoint.com. Of course, the Coleman's Campers text line, 314-649-DUMB, 314-649-3862. There are a lot of concerts coming up this summer. Some good stuff. Some good stuff coming through. You know, of course, you got Point Fest, and what are some of the big concerts this summer? I know Jelly Roll.
Pantera is huge.
Pantera, Jelly Roll, and who's with Jelly Roll at Busch Stadium? Oh God, who's that? Damn it!
Jelly Roll. I
Fat
thought it was
Boys.
just
Clutch is
Malone?
Clutch
Post
is at
Malone.
Post
Factory?
Malone.
Thank you. Well, anyway,
Wait a second. Post Malone. Jelly Roll is headlining over Post Malone.
I think it's a co-headlining.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a co-headlining thing. That's a big show.
So Jelly Roll will be going on Post Malone.
That's right.
Maybe in this market, I don't know. Thank you,
You
Ray.
sure not Pre Malone?
Yeah, doesn't roll off the tongue quite as well.
If you could not afford a concert ticket, you just wouldn't go to the show.
Right.
Like, if you really wanted to go see Taylor Swift, you're a big Taylor Swift fan when she was on tour, how much were those tickets going for?
Thousands.
Thousands.
Crazy.
Crazy amount of money. Like, if you went secondary market for some of those Taylor Swift tickets,
And that's it.
I looked.
That's just the tickies too, man. Like, same, we were talking about hotels earlier. I looked because Tina wanted to go to that Kansas City Arrowhead show, and a Best Western room was like $2,500 a night.
Well, let me ask you this question. For you, it'd be like Willie Nelson's final show in St. Louis.
Ever?
Final show ever.
I mean,
Would
don't say that
you
out loud, dude?
skip a rent payment to see Willie Nelson
Yeah.
last time ever? You would.
Yeah, for sure.
What?
Your favorite.
If for him, yeah. I mean,
You don't have enough money, so you'll skip paying rent.
Well,
it's not
Yeah,
that
man.
you skip paying rent. It's that you
Pay it later.
buy that ticket. You buy
And
that
you figure it
experience,
out,
and
huh?
you figure it out, dude. I mean, my whole life has been like, well, this is what I need, and I'll take care of that, and then I'll figure it out.
I listen. I don't subscribe to that. I would much rather have a roof over my head and good credit than.
What a nerd.
I know. Call me an idiot.
I'm not saying that you're fully sacrificing that. I'm just saying you're going to figure it out.
Hey, man, there's more apartments out there. There is not another opportunity to see Willie Nelson one last time.
Yeah.
So if you get evicted, that's
Hey,
kind
tell
of
us that
whatever.
cool story about the one time you paid your rent.
Yeah.
YOLO.
While I tell my Willie Nelson's
touche.
last show story.
Sometimes you just gotta do what's right for you. You know what I mean?
All right.
And I'm sorry that concert
What?
tickets cost so much. I wish they didn't, but
Squatters'
I'm an
rights. Squatters' rights.
What
Willie.
an idiot I am
Yeah.
to not put myself into crippling debt to go see Taylor Swift.
well-behaved women rarely make history.
What a
and
moron.
Well-supplied bank accounts rarely live a good life. You know?
You got to take
Well,
some
I'm
risks,
glad Taylor
man.
Swift made $1 billion off this this tour.
You're right,
I'm with
yeah.
Moon on this one, dude. You buy the ticket and you trust the universe to take care of you
Okay,
later.
that's
I'm
good.
not saying you just trust it. You do something, but
Right,
like you go for it.
You go 10 bar for a day.
You figure it
you
out.
know?
Yeah, exactly.
Or you do a
figure it out.
favor
Well,
for somebody.
You sell
We eat free
something.
breakfast
Well-
at the hotel.
I was trying to romanticize it a little bit.
According to the data, Gen Z, those born between 97 and 2012, are racking up some pretty serious personal debt, an average of $94,000 per person. Okay,
Wow.
and one of the culprits is pricey concert tickets. And listen, it's no secret that ticket prices have gone up in recent years. Yeah, I look on social media. I see some of these old ticket stubs. It's like the Chili Peppers with Pearl Jam and Nirvana, and the tickets were $20 a piece.
So good.
Like that was an actual show.
In the 70s, it was like $9 to see Aerosmith. Like in their prime.
Now
Wow.
adjusted for inflation, all right, maybe they are the same price. I don't know.
Hey, when you say that, because that's so concerning, 94,000. Are they including car loans? Are they including like car notes?
I
And
mean
things?
that is it's whatever it is. It's you owe money. It's personal debt.
Right, but I'm saying the more I've educated myself on it, debt is not a bad thing. We've been taught to. I was taught that debt was awful and it's owing people money and it's this and that. But you can leverage debt. The richest people that we know are in the biggest debt.
Right, but let's say okay, so maybe 30,000 of that is a car.
Right. So, but that's my question: is how do young
the
people?
rest is the credit card bills.
Right. How does that happen? How do you get approved for that much debt to income ratio if you're not making that much money? Are we just talking about like 7 cards at $10,000 a piece?
Listen,
how does that happen?
Here's the thing: the people are still splurging, even putting themselves into financial trouble, just to take this one woman from LA, for example. She spent $6,000 to attend multiple stops on Taylor Swift's Eras Tour. She managed to hit shows in California, New Jersey, even she went to Sweden.
Dang.
But here's where it gets crazy. New data shows that 30% of Gen Zers are using their rent or mortgage money to fund these concert experiences. So 1/3 of this generation is willing to jeopardize their housing just to see their favorite artist live. And that's not all. Websites like StubHub and Vivid Seats are now offering payment plans for tickets, making it easier to finance these extravagant purchases, like it's the get now and pay later thing.
Yikes.
Apps like Klarna and Affirm are also being used to buy tickets in installments, and Gen Z's all in on it. And on TikTok, people are sharing their struggles and poking fun at their financial decisions. One user joked about eating nothing but air after financing $600 Fall Out Boy tickets.
Oh,
that's
man, you're
sad.
going in debt for Fall Out Boy?
That's sad to hear.
Like
Yeah.
there was a video of her eating air with a spoon.
I have a lot of, this is where my judgments will kick in because I'm like,
Yeah.
some bands are worth it and
Right
some
now,
are not.
I was waiting for somebody to bring that up.
Yeah, that's a very.
You're not paying rent because you went to go see Fall Out Boy.
Pete Wentz will probably be there in a couple more years if you want to get your life together a little
Yeah.
bit. I would hope.
Imagine being like, hey man, how'd you end up out here on the street? Well, 3 doors down.
Oh, you're not paying your rent to go see Three Doors
Wait,
Down?
what? Yeah, I spent $8,000 to see 3 doors down. And I got evicted. Can you believe it?
Brad Arnold didn't even look
yeah,
at me.
Yeah, I can believe it.
Wow,
Yeah, that's funny.
that's amazing.
Yeah, and
Got to be a good story, man.
what sucks is the other thing that's playing into this is these kids, these younger folks, are so used to not being able to afford anything that it's just kind of becoming a wash in their mind.
Well, the
Yeah, it's
man's going to be coming for his money.
You know what I mean?
Pay the man
It's
his money.
It's the YOLO, but it's also plus like I can't afford gas anyway.
Yeah,
so
I didn't mean it like YOLO,
whatever.
like fun, like more like to hell with it, whatever that
to hell
initial.
with
There was one doctor. There was one doctor in this article I read.
THW.
Yeah.
There was one doctor in this article I read about this that explained it's all about dopamine. So from a neurobiological perspective, it's no surprise Gen Z and millennials are willing to borrow money for concert tickets. Dopamine, a neurotransmitter that makes people feel good, is already being released in the brains of young adults who are thinking about buying tickets to see Taylor Swift and Beyonce. She said this phenomenon called the hedonic anticipation effect means people feel almost as excited about planning for the concerts as they do attending them. So, yeah, I mean, this is the numbers of the numbers.
There's the numbers.
The numbers.
Hey, a
of
lot
the
of people,
numbers.
a lot of people checking in saying that they financed 2 tickets to John Cena's show. They financed 2 tickets to Disturbed. And everybody's saying like it wasn't that extravagant. Super excited to have that option, and it's not like it's a ton of interest as long as they pay it off.
As long as you pay it off. As long as you could pay it off.
I remember working 3 jobs in 2008. I just started my radio career. I was working at the old Rock House, and then I was working at a coffee shop, and No Doubt came in town for their last time at the amphitheater. And I remember tickets were crazy expensive because I wanted to be so close because I'd never gotten to see them before. Dude, it was so worth it. That might have been 2009, actually. So freaking worth it. And I was living, you know,
Paycheck to paycheck.
First little shotgun apartment, you know, on the hill. And I mean, I just had to work overtime just to, you know, make my rent payment.
Yeah, you just figure it out.
You just figure it out.
You make it happen.
But it was important. And yeah, I got a huge dopamine hit. I made great memories. I was completely lucid for the entire show. I was like, I am taking this all in. You know, it's great.
A lot of people, I think, are doing it right. Like they get their financial health together. They math it all out, and they go, okay, for me to enjoy this, whatever it is that you like, in Cardinals baseball or No Doubt tickets or following Taylor Swift, and then they go, I'm going to need a side hustle that brings in X amount of money a month so I can pay for this. And they use that to pay for their hobby.
Which is great. Which is, okay, that's some financial responsibility. I'm talking about you can't eat. You can't eat for a week.
Haven't you all done that where I remember in college I got invited, met these folks, and like last second, like, hey, we're going to Tulsa to see POD. It was PE was headlining, but POD, Lincoln Park, Project 86. And I'm like, yes, I'm going. And I found a way to get a ticket, and I don't think I even ate on the whole trip, you know, but you're just like, yeah, I got to do it.
Okay,
what he's saying is, and what Lern's saying is, we did this too.
Yeah, we did it too. Yeah, we were able to crawl our way back to it. It's. I don't think it's anything to brag about.
But we did it, Scott, for a $35 ticket and a whole bunch of gas.
Somebody's spending $6,000. There's a big difference between spending the $35 you don't have.
You're right,
and
man.
the $6,000.
A POD concert in 1996 was slightly
plus
cheaper.
Interest. Anyway,
2025 Taylor Swift.
Anyway, I know you don't really talk about Diddy during Crap on Celebrities much anymore, but I saw this. I saw this story yesterday on TMZ, and this is just crazy. And I got to be very careful with the way I kind of tell the story. So, Sean Diddy Combs is facing, obviously, serious allegations, and this guy's probably never going to get out of prison. But he's facing allegations now from a Hollywood photographer. And according to a lawsuit filed this week, this photographer claims that Diddy acted inappropriately during a commercial shoot in 2022 or 2023. So the lawsuit says that Diddy invited the photographer to a private meeting in a trailer, framing it as an opportunity for career advancement.
Okay.
Once inside the trailer, the photographer says that Diddy made unwanted advances and pressured him into doing certain acts on him.
Okay.
So Diddy wanted this guy to do things to him.
Give us like a part of a body, like
his face.
Okay, thank you. Just to set the scene.
And the accuser claims he complied out of fear that his career would be impacted if he refused.
The power dynamic is so
and
terrible.
this guy says, I am a 100% heterosexual man. And I complied. I did what he asked me to do. And these are unspeakable acts. And
This makes me feel like I don't know what I want to do with my life. Because I never wanted a job that bad.
That's true.
Well, and I said the moon before the show. I was like, the things people will do
Wild.
for fame and fortune.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, I don't mean to victim blame here, but my God, the things that people will put themselves through. And Diddy knew this full well and took advantage of this.
Right.
And thus the power dynamic thing.
I do got to say, when you say, "Oh, this guy's never getting out of jail," Bill Cosby's out of jail, and this is our Bill Cosby.
Does this seem worse?
This particular act,
Everything that's involved with
all
Diddy.
the allegations.
Very much worse. I mean, not that drugging women and raping them is terrible, and he's a monster. Bill
The
Cosby.
photographer claims that Diddy said, if you do it, and I can't say if you do it right, I'll make your career take off. And he says the implication was clear that if he didn't give Diddy satisfaction, his career would go up in smoke. So he did it.
I don't think there's no way you can fairly say which one's worse or not. But I'm not sure you can get worse than what Cosby did,
I agree.
dude. I mean, listen,
Cosby drugged everybody.
Yeah, but Diddy did that.
Diddy did
plus,
that too.
he was sex trafficking. Plus,
I understand that,
it
but
was men too. Plus,
I understand that, but dude,
Cosby
this
was think about Cosby.
allegedly- He hasn't
Cosby
been-
was in an era where like this stuff was not in the news. We weren't hearing about it. People weren't warned about it in certain things, and he was doing it to individual women, young women, and all that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that what Diddy
You
has
weren't
done.
showing up for a Cosby freak off.
Dude, apparently there was a lot of the stuff that was known, and you didn't go to these parties if you weren't interested in some sort of trade-off. So I'm not saying that anything he did is okay at all, and I'm not saying that people that were involved in this are complicit, but I'm just saying, like, the Cosby stuff was so direct.
Plus Cosby's image. Something makes it like so much more
That's
sinister to
yeah.
me. than I'm just
Everybody
like,
kind of knew
So direct.
Diddy was kind of
America's
like,
dad
America's
versus a rapper who's like maybe shot Tupac.
I'll give
Like,
you that.
Yeah, no
That
one
makes it
would.
so much more, and it was one-on-one. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
It's just
Nobody would
really
go
sinister.
to Bill
I mean,
Cosby's invitation thinking that anything like that was even in the
Right.
realm
That
of
you'd wind up getting
possibility.
drugged and
these are
and
both.
assaulted.
I mean, it's evil versus
It's evil versus evil. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But my whole takeaway from this was, besides the monstrous things that Diddy said to this guy, but what people would do and how Diddy took advantage of it just to get ahead in the game.
Yeah.
Like, you completely throw all your morality and all your will out the window.
Oh yeah, man. I'm still reeling from the Carl Winslow story.
What happened to Carl Winslow?
Oh, dude, look up the clip. He was one of Diddy's. Somebody was telling a story about how he was at a Diddy party and he opened the door. And he was like, I heard somebody going to town, and I opened the door just think I was going to mess
And
with
saw
one of my
Reginald
friends.
Van Johnson? No way.
Said
There's
Diddy
no, I don't want
was
to know.
doing Carl Winslow, dude. That's
doing him?
America's dad, speaking of, full circle.
Diddy was having sex with Carl
yeah,
Winslow.
dude, look it up. It made me, I just can't get the image out of my head.
I never heard this before.
I'm telling you.
I never heard this before. Look what up.
Look it up, man. Google it. Hey, do the research.
Oh,
No, it's out there because I've seen it, and it made me super.
And by the way, Diddy was specific in what he wanted this guy to do, and this guy did it.
Wild.
This was one of the lines from the article.
Hold it like a squirrel.
ew. Hold it like a squirrel.
Yeah, that's
like
Let your imagination.
Okay,
no. Let your nope.
I'm just gonna talk
Nope,
about squirrels for a
nope,
second.
Nope. Nope.
They got little hands.
Nope.
They're so
Nope.
cute.
Nope. Just let it be out there.
Oh, God.
Okay, I'm gonna make a face.
Just let it be out there.
I'm making a
no,
face.
don't make that face. I'm not going to look at you. Your birthday's tomorrow. You're going to be 40 years old.
That's gross and disgusting, and I hate this for this man. It's awful.
Today is March 27th. Back in the day, 189 years ago in 1836, the first Mormon temple was dedicated in Kirkland, Ohio. Mormon fun fact. You guys want a Mormon fun fact?
Of course.
Mormons aren't allowed to drink coffee because they can't have quote-unquote strong beverages. So what do you call a coffee table in a Mormon house.
Oh.
They call them everyday tables.
An everyday table. I love it.
I thought it was going to be a Pepsi Cola table.
Neat.
By the way, who the hell's drinking coffee in their living room on their actual coffee table?
I do. I'll bring a cup of coffee into my living room and drink like on a Saturday or Sunday morning.
All right, I stand corrected. I don't do that at my house. Thank you.
159 years ago, 1866, Andrew Rankin received a patent for the urinal. Correct. 52 years ago, 1973, Marlon Brando refused the Best Actor Oscar for The Godfather. And as a gesture of support for the Indians occupying the Wounded Knee Reservation in South Dakota, he sent Native American actress Sacheen Littlefeather to the ceremony to refuse the Oscar for him. Turns out, she's actually Mexican. Her real name is Maria Cruz. She did claim to have some Indian on her father's side, but that was the funny thing about that was she wasn't even an Indian person. 46 years ago, 1979, Eric Clapton marries George Harrison's ex, Patty Boyd. She inspired Clapton's songs Layla and Wonderful Tonight, and Harrison's classic Beatle hit Something. George Harrison actually went to the wedding.
I like that was a peaceful transition
Cool
of
dude.
power. You know,
Cool dude.
It was like, now you can be the
Eric
love of her
Clapton
life.
stole Patty Boyd from George Harrison, married her, and George went to the wedding.
George was a chill guy. I mean, he
Very
just
chill
was.
guy. 44 years ago, 1981, Ozzy Osbourne's first solo record, Blizzard of Oz, is released in the U.S. So it came out in March. In the U.K., it came out in September. 41 years ago, 1984, Rat releases their debut record Out of the Cellar featuring Round and Round. That same day, the Scorpions put out their 9th record, Love at First Sting, which included Rock You Like a Hurricane and Big City Nights. 39 years ago, 1986, Sammy Hagar first appears as Van Halen's lead singer when the group begins their tour in Louisiana.
Whoa!
Nope, not you. 38 years ago, 1987, after the success of Moonlighting, Bruce Willis got his first lead movie role in a movie called Blind Date, co-starring Kim Basinger. His next film was Die Hard.
I was seeing some pictures of Bruce Willis and Demi Moore back in the 80s, you know, the Planet Hollywood days when they would be out. They were such a cute couple, and I absolutely love that Demi Moore still has such a beautiful relationship with Bruce Willis.
And they're
His
both
health is
married.
declining.
Well, he's married to somebody else.
Yes.
His wife is chill with.
Yeah, they're all like a
thing.
big family and all of his daughters and stuff. It's just really
I think
nice
they
to
live
see.
in Idaho, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
27 years ago, 1998, the Food and Drug Administration approves Viagra. And 3 years ago today, in 2022, Will Smith slaps the taste out of Chris Rock's mouth at the Oscars. Love that term.
Get my wife's name out of your
Slap
mouth.
the taste out of your mouth. And
Jada right out of there.
that's what happened back in the day. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
And we start with this, a local story. St. Louis native Sexy Red is facing a lawsuit accusing of calling on her followers and fans to attack her child's grandmother, according to KMOV. So this lawsuit that was filed on Monday has Sexy Red, who her name is Janae Wary, asked her fans on social media to kick in the door of the grandmother's house over in Hazelwood.
Yikes.
Now, the suit also says that the rapper had asked her fans to attack the woman whose name is Nicole Barnes. Now, Barnes says she and her family had to move for their safety, adding that she lives in constant fear now, had to go to therapy for emotional distress, and she is now asking the court in this suit for $5 million.
Oh, yikes.
Big yikes. New Sublime could be on the way. Jacob Knoll, Brad Knoll's son, is following in his father's footsteps. And, you know, they did some dates and festivals last year. And he said, you know, initially he didn't expect to make any new music with the members of Sublime. But a press release from the band says that after spending the year playing his dad's songs, Jacob Knoll has now immersed himself in the Sublime catalog, found a deep sense of connection to his late father. And that deep emotional and powerful experience has spawned a new collection of songs inspired by his dad's legacy.
And him singing his dad's songs, I mean, it's
great.
nails.
It's great.
I would love for them to come to town so I could see them.
Same.
I like that dude.
Yeah, you've met him a couple of times, right?
Yeah, he's good. He's in the circle, and he was like, like you said, kind of apprehensive when he first came in. And I saw the first couple shows that they played, and he's just gotten much better and much more comfortable. And
So
he
cool.
freaking rips. It's so fun to watch that band like that.
First single from the album is going to be out this summer. Poison's Bret Michaels doesn't go anywhere without his trademark bandana, and now he's being interviewed about it, saying it's his superpower. He told USA Today, "It's my own feeling of identity. Somehow I became a bandana man."
What's under there, man?
I know. What's going
A
on?
bad hairline. That's what's under there.
Bandana man. I'm a
It's
bandana.
my super what?
It's my superpower.
His bandana is his superpower.
He's a bandana man, as I think we all are on this show, and it's his superpower, which it is. I mean, if he walked out with the palm trees and the supporting the troops without the bandana, I don't know if I could handle what I'm seeing, because who knows what's going on
bandana
under
is
there.
part of his uniform.
I was going to say, I'm a huge proponent of turning a weakness into a strength, and I think this is
Perfect.
on the nose.
Oh yeah,
It's good stuff.
I can't imagine Bret Michaels without the bandana.
I want to see though.
I know. Well, you need
It's like
to
a-
get on Rock
It'll
and Love.
ruin it for you, dude.
I want to see. I want to see when that thing comes off. What kind of early '80s hair transplants under there?
Let's see.
It'll make it. It'll make
Don't
you
you dare
invisible.
look up Bret Michaels
If the
with no
hair is
bandana right
connected
now.
to the bandana and he's just bald underneath.
That's what I think it is. I don't know if that hair is real.
Bret Michaels without bandana 2024.
I don't want to see it.
You're
Just
not
like I
gonna-
don't want to see Dolly without makeup. I don't want to see
You're not going to see
bandana
it.
man without the damn
There's
bandana.
no way he's allowed himself to be photographed.
What if it was for the troops?
He's not
You
going to
do
do it. He's Mr. Brand.
Don't
the
you
only
turn
thing he's
that-
got is his brand.
Don't you ruin Poison for me right now on my birthday.
If you saw him without the bandana, it would make bandanas invisible, and you'd never see him without it again in your mind.
Listen, he says it keeps all the sweat out of his eyes when he's exercising or performing. Because
You don't
I
need to give
sweat.
us some load of crap. Just roll with it, Mr. Brett.
Corey Feldman is on the latest episode of Billy Corgan's podcast, which hit yesterday.
I listened to the whole thing.
I haven't listened to it.
I listened to the whole thing yesterday. I was
Waiting for it to come out.
no, I was on my way home and I got the alert like Billy Corgan's new
Magnificent
podcast
Others.
hit. And I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna listen to this. And it was enough where I took it from my car and listened even at home,
Oh,
like
my.
into
Yeah.
the house.
And
Man, Corey Feldman is delusional. Like he is a crazy person.
Well, let's talk about some of the delusions. I haven't listened to it yet, so this is just some of the
He
highlights.
takes himself very seriously.
He
Because he's
claimed-
freaking good, dude.
You guys don't even understand right now. Well, maybe Riz does because he listened. Corey Feldman claimed that he was up for two of Leonardo DiCaprio's biggest roles. First, he said he was cast as Arnie in What's Eating Gilbert Grape, which I actually believe that.
I can see that.
Then he says Johnny Depp joined the cast and got him fired. So
Why is that?
why was that? Why did he
just
say
threw that out and that was it?
He said he told the producers that I was a junkie and that he didn't work with junkies, but I was sober. I had just gotten sober. I just got out of rehab. I had turned my life around. In fact, I was trying to help River Phoenix at the
He
time.
mentioned that. And he kind of like a jab at like Johnny Depp, like, oh yeah, the River Phoenix that died in front of Johnny Depp's nightclub.
Ooh. I didn't
So
even
he
think about
said
that.
for sure he was cast as the DiCaprio role in What's Eating Gilbert Grape, and even
Dad's
Billy
dead.
Billy Corgan was like, oh, the one that he was up for an Oscar for.
Match in the gas tank.
Boom,
boom, boom.
Great shit. Great movie.
It is
And
such
he
a great
said
movie.
Johnny Depp
Got
Went
him
on to
got
shine.
him at it, got him off the set.
Okay, so imagine that. What's Eating Gilbert? I could see that. I could see Corey Feldman
yeah.
doing that role. But this next one, I can't imagine at all. And in fact, I think this would have either blown this movie to shreds or it would have been amazing. He also said that there was Titanic, which he claimed was, quote, in contention for, but he adds, quote, that was okay because that one I wasn't as close. And he says he got pretty close to winning the role as Samwise Gamgee in the
Gamgee, yes.
in the Lord of the Rings movies, a part that went to his Goonies co-star Sean Astin. But Corey Feldman said, I couldn't have gained the weight, so I'll give him that. He did a really great job aesthetically being able to add that weight. It's something that I can't physically do. The man
Right.
can't gain
Which
weight.
seemed to me a stab at
Sean Astin. I know.
who has gained a little weight in his
But it's
older
cool
years.
he's
I
able to
love
figure
Sean
out how to do
Astin.
that. I mean, that is not easy to do. A lot of people struggle
gain
to gain
weight?
weight.
I could gain 50 pounds today, okay? Because of what I'm going to do to my birthday cake later this week.
It's a all over the place interview.
I can't wait. I'm going to listen to it afterward.
And Billy Corgan does his best to try to keep him on track.
Right.
And Samwise Gamgee is like the most anchored character in the entire series. He's literally the freaking hero in the background, and I'm so sorry. I just don't think he could have pulled that.
Why are we breezing over Titanic? He would have been Leonardo DiCaprio in Titanic.
Yeah, I don't.
Nah, I'm not going to even entertain that.
I don't buy that at all.
Two of them are legit. I could see
I can see
it was
Gilbert.
early enough in his career, and that was a
Gilbert
small
was-
budget
Gilbert
movie.
Grape.
And Leo wasn't Leo yet.
Right, yeah. But,
No,
but by
no.
Titanic.
He was coming off growing pains.
Right.
Titanic, I think, is BS. I cannot see James Cameron being like, get Feldman in here. But
And not to take away from his chops, because if you go back and watch like some of the stuff, like he was
He was a
Feldman
great
was
child
great.
he was
actor.
good. Like he was good at
that's
what
what
they
I'm
were
saying.
doing.
Like, and that Lord of the Rings was kind of Sean Astin's revival.
I mean,
So
it
I could
was-
see him like going and getting like old 80s kids actors that had a little nostalgia for the parents.
So this interview, it seems like it was done prior to his run on the Limp Bizkit tour.
Oh, really?
This is not a new interview.
Why do you say that? Because his hair's not blonde?
they make references to the timeline.
I see.
Interesting.
This has been in the can for quite a bit.
Well, I can't wait. So it's The Magnificent Others out now. Carlos Santana would like to collaborate with Taylor Swift and do an album with her. He already has 3 songs picked out that he'd like to do. He essentially says that he wants to celebrate the female side of God with Taylor by doing Bob Marley's No Woman, No Cry, Just Like a Woman from Bob Dylan, and The Natural Woman by Carole King. And actually, I would like to see that collaboration happen. If you know the story of the Beatles, you probably know that in 1962, they auditioned for numerous recording studios and they were turned away, which is crazy to think about. A rare and long-lost tape of one of those sessions has now been found, and we can hear it for the first time. It's assumed that this is from the Decca Studios in London. John Lennon is on vocals of their cover of Money, and this is recorded on a cell phone video. I don't
Give me
So what is
some
it?
money.
This is from an audition recording, a long lost tape of one of those sessions back in the 60s.
They were covering Spinal Tap
Okay.
with the new originals. Is Ringo underwater?
This is a cell phone video.
What I want, that's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. Oh, so that's before the Beatles
It's
were
before the Beatles were the Beatles.
were the Beatles, huh? Is that so? Is that Pete
that-
Best on drums?
That was a Yoko Ono
must have been.
cover, right?
Oh, yeah. Because she wants the money. Is that are you throwing Yoko under the bus?
No,
right
man,
now?
isn't that her version of the where she's like talking? It was like the best things in life are free.
I've never heard that before.
But you've never heard that?
I know what you're
Dude,
talking
that's
about.
like the version that stuck with me.
I know what you're talking about. It's from a movie.
It's
like
somebody
Clueless or
talking it.
something, yeah.
But you can give them to the birds and bees. I want money.
Yeah.
There's a
who
couple
did that
Yoko Ono
version?
videos that I
I want.
find very funny. There was I guess
Chuck
for some
Berry.
TV show with Chuck Berry.
It's the best thing ever. Where he looks at John Lennon like he wants to kill him. Like, who is this broad?
So, have you ever seen that video of Chuck
What?
Berry and John Lennon playing with the
incredible.
whole band, and Yoko Ono is literally standing off on
Empire
the side,
Records.
just yelling, and Chuck
Moon.
Berry looks at her.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It was from Empire Records soundtrack.
Oh yeah, okay. And who sings it?
I don't know.
I don't think it's Yoko. I know what you're talking about, though.
Dude, it's so
They
good.
say the best things in life are free.
That's what I want.
It's so
song-
good.
That is a
I
good
can't
song.
say that.
War
That
Sucks
person.
from the
Cover.
2SG is highly inspired by her.
War Sucks.
And it's one of my favorite songs
We'll
we've
all-
ever done. And
Because
We'll
the
all
war
look
is
that
over.
one up,
Yeah.
Scott. Thank
yeah.
you.
Malcolm in the Middle is being revived for Disney Plus, and while there are familiar names reprising their characters, there will be one new face taking on a huge role. So Caleb Ellsworth Clark, who played Drunk Jim on an episode of Fargo, is now going to be Dewey, replacing Eric Purcellvan, and this is all according to Variety. So Christopher Masterson, Justin Bearfield are set to come back as Malcolm's brothers, Francis and Reese, Frankie Muniz, Bryan Cranston, Jane. Is it Kasmerick?
Yeah, well, I read an article with her, and she said all the other boys are coming back, but the kid that played Dewey
Is new.
is
Couldn't land Dewey.
the kid that played Dewey originally is not a Hollywood actor anymore. He's going to he's in college and study and some like high up kind of thing.
Oh, good for him.
And they don't want anybody to know where he goes to school. He wants to be left alone. So he wants nothing to do with Hollywood.
All right.
So that's why they recast the young kid Dewey.
Hulu's hit series Only Murders in the Building is adding more star power for the 5th season coming up, and it's 2-time Oscar winner Renee Zellweger. She's joined the cast. She looks really good. I saw a photo of her recently. She's so cute. You know, if you haven't checked her out in a while, Renee Zellweger.
Wasn't there just a new Bridget Jones Diary?
Was there?
I think that a new one just came out.
I've never watched those.
I got it.
She had a good career for looking like she's just sucked on a lemon.
Oh, this is the flying lizard?
This is the version that I know.
That's what I want.
And I know it sounds silly, and it's I don't know what it was made for, but this is the one that sticks in my head and is the most catchy.
Oh, no.
You gave Yoko too much credit.
Yeah, you're right.
It's on German.
Yeah, the flying,
German.
flying
Yes, they
lizards.
Yeah, money.
Yeah.
Or is that more Swedish?
I think it's both. Ja is German. That's for yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joe Gatto.
Yeah, I want money.
It's such a good version, though. I know it sounds silly.
Joe Gatto is entering an inpatient facility after becoming the subject of sexual assault and harassment
guy.
allegations from Impractical Jokers. Joe Gatto. So a source tells People magazine that the comedian has canceled his upcoming tour as a result. He previously denied all these allegations, but said in a statement, "I have used poor judgment and as a result have violated the trust of the people I love. And having taken some time to reflect, I've decided to voluntarily enter an inpatient program to continue working on myself."
So a lot of allegations against this guy. So this is
Yeah.
the guy that left Impractical Jokers. I don't know if he left of his own volition.
Right. I love all those guys, and
Me
this was
too.
upsetting
And
to see.
me too.
What happened?
But I like that he's getting the help that he needs, and he's taken
One
he's
of the
not just
Impractical Jokers.
doubling down, and I don't know. It sounds like he maybe said something inappropriately or did something, and he's like, "I need help." So go
He
get
said
your
like
help.
he picked up a chick at a comedy show and then took her back to his hotel and bit her in the ass.
Yeah, 17-year-old.
Oh, 17. I thought it was a 19-year-old.
Whoa.
I think she was 17 at the time because I saw it online that he was like messaging a 17-year-old girl.
Ooh.
And he bit her butt and she had like bruises and she was like, did a TikTok about it and was like, it was like 2 years ago. She's 19 now.
Oh, maybe 19
I think she was
now.
17 when it happened and she had receipts. She had like the Instagram messages of him like letting her into, he's like, "I'll come down in the hotel. If they won't let you up, I'll come down, but I don't want to get out of the elevator and be seen. Just run inside the elevator." So they had a lot of messages of him like
Creepy.
bringing her up to his hotel room.
Okay, that's not creepy.
Speaking of creepy, after filming the final season of The Handmaid's Tale, Elizabeth Moss asked for a souvenir, but somebody beat her to it, and it's strange because she was asking for her character's underwear that were specifically designed for her. She was on Kimmel, and she said somebody on the staff actually submitted a written request for the underwear. She doesn't know who it was. She says, "I went to work with these people. I just don't want to know who wants my underwear." Somebody requested
Somebody stole
Elizabeth
Moss's underwear from the Handmaid's Tale set.
Yeah, Handmaid's Tale set.
Bloomers?
Her bloomers, yes. So she wanted them. Somebody else got to him first.
Okay.
I guess it is a little creepy.
Marvel Studios revealed the cast for the next Avengers movie. So Avengers Doomsday is going to star Chris Hemsworth as Thor, Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson / Captain America, Sebastian Stan as Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier Paul Rudd as Scott Lang the Ant-Man, Tom Hiddleston as Loki, Letitia Wright as Shuri Black Panther,
I have no desire.
Winston Duke as M'Baku, and Robert Downey Jr. as the villain Dr.
Anybody
Doom, not Iron Man.
Excited about this?
I don't know. I'm not really sure how I
Nobody
feel about
cares.
it.
I'm kind of the same way. Like, I don't know.
I'm trying to be honest. Like I've enjoyed all those movies.
I did too. I
there
enjoyed the
was-
whole
Yeah, I haven't endured.
Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I haven't
when it
endured any
started.
of the hatred or the backlash or any of that. I have endured the fatigue like everyone else. But at the same time, they always deliver with these, or for the most part, they
What
deliver
if
with these.
I tell you Kelsey Grammer is going to be in it?
as Beast?
As Beast, because X-Men will return. So Sir Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen.
Why did that
Alan
make me the most
Cumming,
excited so far?
Oh,
Jay
Kelsey
Marsden.
Grammer's Beast?
Frasier as Beast again?
Rebecca Romaine is back as Mystique.
I saw that.
okay.
I saw that. I saw
Also,
that.
All right.
Love of My Life, Pedro Pascal is Mr. Fantastic. Vanessa Kirby is the Invisible Woman. Joseph Quinn, a famous Joe, as Human Torch. And a ton of other people are going to be in it. David Harbour.
You know what's
Florence
happening?
Pugh,
This is what's happening.
Wyatt Russell.
It looks
your
good
stepbrother.
because they're going back to the 50s, right? It's like going back to the.
I don't know. I haven't watched an Avengers movie. 'cause I'm
WandaVision was
lame.
incredible. All these other things. I like this stuff. This is my affliction. This is what happens to me. When I'm watching something and everything is special, then nothing is special. It happened with True Blood. It happened with Heroes. It happened with all these things where it's like you have these exceptional characters that are exceptional and exception. And then all of a sudden, by the end of it, everyone has superpowers, or everyone's a werewolf or a vampire, or everyone's something. And that's when it just becomes boring to me. So you just said, like, what, a cast of 25
There's
freaking...
a million people in this movie.
Yeah, and it's like, what story is there other than stories about all superheroes, which means everyone's just a regular person? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, there's no story anymore for me to keep me engaged.
Well, Avengers Doomsday is going to premiere in theaters.
What?
And we got
on-
Wait.
Wow.
I forgot to tell you.
Wait.
We were supposed to.
Hang on.
Listen,
I'm
before
sorry.
you get upset, it's her birthday,
Hang on.
and at 8 o'clock we were supposed to give her gifts, and I kind of arranged for something
Okay. Can
for
I
her birthday. So
can I just explain what just happened here in the studio?
don't get mad.
He's bad.
A woman with 2 monkeys just walked into the
No,
studio.
there's more.
What do you mean there's more?
There's 3 babies in there too, so there's actually 5 monkeys in the studio right now.
Besides us.
And I know that there's a no monkey rule in the studio, but
Whoa, this thing is walking around.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, there is a monkey.
hi guys,
There is a monkey
how's it going, man?
I am so excited.
in a diaper
right now.
in the studio. There's a monkey crawling
Oh my
on
gosh.
Lern's chair.
I don't know what to do. I am
Yeah, well, stop doing crap on because this is your birthday present.
I feel like I have to hold on to my phone a little.
Rafe,
That's a lot bigger than I thought.
Listen, man,
I know it's Lern's 40th.
it is her 40th, and that's a big deal.
And by the way, hello, people
Hey.
who brought in the monkeys.
nice to see you. Hi.
Are they?
There's, if you hear the rustling, that is a monkey grabbing the microphone.
yeah,
Do they have a tendency to push buttons? Because
Can we?
there's a lot of buttons we don't want
Who
pushed.
are?
So this is
hello.
Dan.
Hi, Dan.
Dan, come on over here if you would. Dan
Dan,
is
hi.
Dan's
Pull
the
this
monkey
microphone
man.
up. Dan, the monkey man.
That's right.
Hi, I'm Riz.
Introduce
Hello.
yourselves.
What's up, guys?
Go.
Yeah, I'm Monkey Man Dan.
Monkey Man Dan.
My wife Texan.
Monkey Man Dan and Texan. Nice.
That's right.
Whoa.
Swing Along Monkey Rescue.
Swing
right.
along monkey rescue.
Hi, baby.
Rafe, remember the rule we talked about? No
do.
farting in the studio and no monkeys in the studio.
Yes, but here's the thing. When I said I wouldn't bring monkeys in the studio, I did have my fingers crossed, so I hope that that's okay. They're small. They're just here for a few minutes for her birthday, and I think on
Lern, are you terrified?
On Lern's-
or are we
I'm
excited
excited right now.
about
I
this?
don't know
on
what
Lern's
I'm excited
40th
for.
birthday, I felt like I should get a free pass for this.
This one
I don't
likes
know
the
if you
window.
understand. There is a little
Show 'em
crate
the
of baby
babies.
monkeys behind me right now.
No, I mean, I understand. There's a monkey grabbing your arm.
Let her hold the monkey. It's her
I don't-
birthday.
You want to hold the
I
monkey?
don't know. I do want-
Hold the monkey.
I'm
Whoa.
afraid. Is there anything I should know?
Oh, there goes the
Jeff
Jeff
wants to
poster.
hold the monkey.
The monkey just threw down.
Yeah.
Just threw
Jeff.
down.
Give it Jeff.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. So Dan is the reason when we had Tanya on.
She will.
Oh, yes.
Dan
You know
is
what? I don't know.
Tanya
I don't know if
Addicts.
I can do it.
Dan-
And my wife is very good friends with Tanya.
I have
Yeah.
to smell.
Well, we
stuff
love
on my
Tanya.
hand.
Dan's a fan of the show. He reached out.
Big fan.
That's how we got in touch with Tanya. When I knew her birthday was coming up, want to do something special
Dan,
for her
I'm very
40th.
surprised to meet you today. I'll be honest with you.
This is Gabby Sue.
Gabby Sue.
Hi, Gabby Sue. Gabby Sue wants to talk. That's tight.
What kind of monkey
These
is
are
this?
all spider monkeys.
Spider monkeys.
Yep.
Spider monkeys.
Yeah.
So cute.
She's losing
And
her
all
mind.
their hands are lethal weapons.
Yes.
Are these hands registered? Are these spider monkey hands registered?
Oh my gosh, a miniature one just popped up.
Yeah,
We
that's a
have
baby.
5 spider monkeys in the studio. Oh,
All right.
I don't know what screamed.
It's a
Was
monkey
it a monkey
noise.
or was
Now
it,
there's 3 babies
was it a monkey or was it a
clinging
Lern?
to a woman.
I just want to observe.
All right, maybe there's one too many monkeys in here,
Oh,
man.
my
I don't know. Okay.
Scott, you're gonna have to leave. There's one too many monkeys.
It's a barrel of monkeys.
She can't hold herself together right now. This is insane.
Learn. Hold the monkey. Can you hold the monkey?
Yeah, baby.
Hey, where's Chi Chi?
Whoever is
Oh,
the.
that's-
What are these monkey names, by the way?
much
These
bigger
monkeys'
one.
names.
This is Gabby Sue.
Gabby Sue.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
One of the monkeys' names.
Oh my God! There's
Oh,
a monkey
this one
grabbing
likes-
This
marker.
monkey's eating a marker.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just. It's okay.
Okay.
She does.
Okay, the baby monkey. Learn's trying to grab the baby monkey, and she's not going.
Oh, there goes. Oh, highlighters.
Oh, my God.
Yo, don't get high.
I've never met a monkey, and I'm so nervous.
This is one of the most crazy moments of my radio career. I'm going to be 100%
This is
honest with
exactly
you.
what he was afraid of, that a monkey was going to come in here and eat a highlighter.
I do love this is going on for your birthday. I really do.
All right. Monkey's about to eat something
I'm going to be
else.
honest with you, guys. I didn't wait. I woke up this morning not realizing that there will be 5 monkeys in my studio.
Yeah.
And I will be at the console here in front of I will
Important
be
thing.
controlling a transmitter for KPNT.
She's having a complete
FM,
breakdown over
and
here.
look across and see a monkey hand grab a highlighter out of a cup.
Okay, monkeys,
What?
on 3. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Hi, Gabby.
Happy birthday, dear Learn. Happy birthday to you.
All right.
Dan, tell us about this organization.
Swing Along Monkey Rescue. We're out in House Springs, and my wife and I, we rescue monkeys.
You rescue monkeys.
Yeah, yep. We don't buy, we don't sell, we don't breed. We just take in rescues.
Okay, so and
rehomes.
rehomes.
Yep.
Take ones that people can't handle.
Right.
Bring them to me, I make them nice.
So if I want monkeys for a birthday party, can I call you guys up and you guys?
Yeah, it'd be best to bring them to our house, and they're better.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Come to our
Yeah.
house.
Yeah, they're very comfortable at the house. People come. You can. How many do we have right now? 24, 25?
Oh, my goodness.
23.
23 monkeys.
23
in your
monkeys,
house?
yeah.
5 has got me all on my head on a swivel. I can't imagine 25.
I feel like Nick Cannon, you know. I try to give them all attention, but, you know, I do have my favorites.
Juliet.
This one monkey scratched his butt.
I just
And
got
where
hit by a
did
tail.
these monkeys come from?
Gonna go over
Well, they're all indigenous of Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah,
Come here.
like South America. This is a Michigan monkey here.
He's from
when
Michigan,
She was,
huh?
we've had her about a year and a half. When she's only, what, 2.5?
Yeah.
So she was like 1, and she was biting her owner quite extensively, as they will. And now we've had her a year, and she's absolutely a sweetheart.
From the texter, Riz is mad because his replacements are here. Nice.
There you go. That's right.
I was a little alarmed. There's 5 of them. I was like, what's going on? Did corporate finally...
Look at their little 2004 emo haircuts, man. I like that.
Do the bosses know about this? Did you tell Tommy that there will be monkeys in the building
Hey,
today?
Man, forgiveness, not
supposed to?
permission.
I'm just wondering.
Yo, this monkey has my
I'm very
leg.
surprised at what's going on here.
No one except for me
Juliet.
and Moon and
Moon,
Scott.
did you knew about this?
I love
Plausible
you guys.
deniability?
What did,
I had no clue about it.
Yeah, I know
I
about it.
didn't really ask anyone. I just brought.
I knew about it, but
Is this going to be an HR visit for me? Or?
No, I mean, listen. I'm in shock. I'll be honest with you.
I'm
I
in
did
shock
not
too.
learn. I did not expect monkeys to walk through the door.
I never
today.
expect it, but I love it. I am so happy right now. I have always wanted to meet a monkey, and I have now met 5. And
Today's
so-
your day. And on break, you're going to get to hold the monkey.
No, not the gun. Okay,
Oh,
the monkey's
the-
getting the
oh.
gun.
Yeah, the monkey's gone for the gun. Monkey's gone for the gun. The end. The Rizzuto show. We had a good run, guys. The monkey's gone for the gun.
yeah, this is wild. This is wild.
exactly what
Whoa.
you thought would happen. I'm going to be in so much trouble. He's like, I told you no monkeys. He went for the gun.
Oh, whoa. Fruit snacks, yeah.
Happy Sue.
Me too.
Get you some.
Oh, those came
Get
right
you
out
some,
your
dude.
bra, too.
You like
That's
that?
kind of
Yeah.
a snack
That's
right
why I
there.
married her.
Is there a website for you guys
We're on Facebook.
or Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook, TikTok, Swing Along Monkey Rescue.
Swing, and you guys are out of where?
House Springs.
At House
We're
Springs.
in Hot Springs, yep.
That monkey loves those fruit snacks.
All right, listen,
Yeah.
we're going to take
Oh,
a break.
yeah.
Let's take a break. Let's get a picture for her. and
Take
reset.
a break. I'm going to reset here.
And, John Kiowski's standing outside the door, so I might be having to
Okay.
do a little explaining on the break.
All right.
It's fine. Happy birthday.
It's
Everything's
I thought we just got
Be
learn a
calm.
cake. I thought that was going to be the extent of it, but we got monkeys.
Go, honey.
Yeah, it happens.
They are. I will admit these things are cute as hell.
They are.
Oh,
cute
yeah,
as
they
hell.
are.
And with their
Look at those babies.
with
dude.
their little monkey hands.
Cool.
With their
know.
little monkey hands. And he went for the airsoft gun.
He's doing your crap on celebrities. Look at him. What a cutie.
With the little
These
monkey
monkeys
hands.
don't have opposable thumbs. They're just four
Hold
fingers.
on, I got a Google Doc open. I'm going to eat this Sharpie real quick if that's cool with everybody. All right, well,
Okay, well,
monkeys are here.
the monkeys are here.
Stay
If you
tuned.
hear in the background. We'll take a break.
This is amazing.
Yeah. It's 8:09. I don't know what we're doing next.
We'll be back with monkeys and maybe one less host.
Take your tail.
Okay, hey, you know what? Let's do a contest next. Scott, load up the phone lines. Let's do
How
Gay Bar
long will Rafe
Steakhouse.
be here today?
Yeah. Whoever guesses correctly.
Closes the
How much
restaurant
time?
over.
How much time does Rafe still have employed? Jack White tickets, Collective Soul tickets, Point Fest tickets, Clutch tickets. Let's do a simple game, Gay Bar Steakhouse, while the monkeys are here. Rafe will read you the name of a business. You tell us if it's a gay bar or steakhouse.
That's right.
Simple as that. Learn is your lifeline. The monkey lady.
Great.
314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. Traffic and weather moon coming at
Traffic
you.
brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 270 eastbound between Doherty Ferry and Ladue. There are delays. Your point forecast, small chance for hail later today. It looks like it's going to be a little bit later today and above 70. So most of our area is going to be clear. That high is 70 right now. It's 55 at the Point Studio.
Well, monkeys still remain in the studio.
I'm a mother now.
Learn is so excited. I keep hearing her squeaking over there.
No, that's one of the monkeys.
Oh, that's one. Oh, I'm sorry.
If you missed it, 5 monkeys walked into the studio, like literal monkeys, like literally
Yep.
5 spider monkeys.
That's
in the
right.
studio. And thanks to Monkey Man Dan. Monkey Man, and Learn's
That
holding
baby
Oh
wants
my
to
gosh.
be
It
his
doesn't
mommy.
want to let go of Learn.
Chi-Chi wants a mommy. What a cutie.
Oh, Chi-Chi the monkey.
Look at that.
I mean, latched
He
on to
does
Learn.
not want Dan at all. He is in love
Just
with Learn.
bring Chi-Chi home. How will your cats react to owning a monkey? Up. Chi-Chi's
Oh my God.
wrapped around Learn's
You
throat.
better help Mom. It looks like Chi-Chi does not want to go to Dan. Does Mom need to come in?
Oh, boy, there we go.
She's barely alive.
Oh my goodness,
Her
dude.
strength is amazing. Thank you.
Dan the Monkey Man.
Dan,
Thanks, dude.
thank you so much.
Dude, my hair just got petted.
All right, man. Thanks, man.
What
Hey,
you
get
guys
out of the
done?
building as
That-
fast as you can before everybody sees you, please.
That baby monkey's strength just now pulling my hair. I mean, could have almost pulled my
I'm
hair
going to be
out.
honest with you. I saw a little fear on your
I did
face.
too.
I know. I was like, here we
that
go. Well, my
was
hair
wild.
is so fine.
I did too.
In the tourists out there, they have a silverback gorilla and a
Get outta
baboon,
here.
and we just said, no, I don't think
Oh, if a baboon
okay.
came in here?
What would have happened?
I got to take them this monkey carrier that they forgot.
Okay.
Because the discussion we had yesterday was about the baboon. And I said,
I feel like a baboon would be way different.
I told Rafe, I was like, I think we should say no.
There was a baboon?
There
Are
was
you
a
serious?
there was a
It was
bab-
on the table.
It was
No.
on the table, and Rafe goes, "What do you think about the baboon?" I go, I'm going to go ahead and say delete that."
In hindsight, great decision on our part because that was one monkey too many.
Right? Yeah, that would have been one.
Listen, I did have a little fear. It's intimidating. I mean, who has met a monkey? Like, yes, you go
I'm
to
in
the
shock.
zoo.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Same. I
Both
could not
of us-
believe what was happening.
We were discussing yesterday. I was like, Riz is going to be totally shocked, not know what to do. If we bring a baboon in there and it starts banging on the board,
Dude,
we're
if a
fired.
baboon walked through the door with us, like,
Look at my butt.
I know.
Dude, I
if
was
the
like,
door swung open and like a baboon came with his arms.
as much as I wanted to see that, I was like, you shouldn't do that, man.
I love that you didn't know and that you were as surprised as I was because I can't believe what just happened. I'm amazed that I just got to hold a little baby spider monkey.
And our life is better now.
And my life is better now.
That was pretty cool.
I've been in radio since 1998.
I know.
This is a top 5 moment of shock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rafe is gone, by the way, and Kiowski was sitting out there. So
Woody and
Big
I
Boss
had a
John.
woman come down to the studio once for concert tickets who was willing to eat her own
Yeah.
waste.
Okay.
And I thought that would be maybe
That's it.
That was it.
That was it. But this 5 monkeys.
Oh, my.
That throw poo.
You guys did such a great job.
Thank
you for that. That was really fun.
Happy birthday, Learn. I thought we were
birthday,
just going to get you
and-
some cakes and stuff. We do have
Surprise
cake
Riz.
for you.
Really? Oh, good.
We have cake and a nice card.
But by the way, we very intentionally did not do the cake before the monkeys.
Oh,
Very smart.
That was
Very
let's
smart.
think this through.
right.
Yep.
And Rafe was like,
very smart.
we should not bring the cake out because I got a feeling they might go for it. I'm like, yeah.
I am amazed by what has happened, and I can't get over it. I am changed forever.
Success, dude.
Thank God we didn't bring the
Rafe,
cake
nice
out
work.
first.
You're allowed back
Rafe,
in.
good job.
Oh, yeah. That would have been. Whew. And we had that conversation. I go, do you think I should bring the cakes out before the monkeys? And Moon's
Good.
like, no.
Yeah, good thinking, buddy.
No, it's a terrible idea. And I'm
Thank
like,
God somebody's got a
trained.
head on their
And I'm
shoulders because this was out of control.
Man.
I can't wait to go back and watch the feed and see like exactly how I looked because I went outer body for a second.
Yeah, dude, you
Yeah, you
gone.
did.
You looked out about it.
You
I
turned
was
into a child.
floating above myself, going, "What is this life?"
Yeah.
OBE around monkeys. By the way, it smells like a fart in here now.
It does. Somebody had pooed.
That
Not
was me. I apologize.
It was the one over
For
here,
once.
definitely.
Somebody loaded up their diaper. Yeah, there were 5 monkeys with diapers on. I
Yeah,
mean,
the closer it got
wild.
over here, the more it was just
Somebody.
What happened?
Pooville.
Well,
Oh my!
were you
goodness.
surprised?
Yes.
Yes,
Rafe.
I was. Oh, you're talking to her? Yes.
Dude, you went in. You almost went in 4 or 5 different directions. When it first came in, you went, let's stop here. I mean, you were about to shut it down. You were about to be angry. Then you were excited. Then you were like, well, let's see how this plays out. I mean, you went through all the emotions as she was going through her OBE over here.
I was.
How many people did you fire in your mind for a second there?
Just one.
Just one.
I can't believe what just happened to all of us. That was so fun.
That was awesome.
Happy birthday, Lern.
How did you?
Happy birthday.
How did you get in contact with them? Like, what? How did this relationship begin?
Well,
And they're very nice, by the way.
very
Very
nice
sweet.
and daily listeners. And
Love them.
When we,
I want to hang out with them, actually.
yeah, they seem like cool folks. When we did the Tanya Haddock story, when that was in the zeitgeist, Dan's wife is friends with her, which they look like they hang out. Dan's wife had
Well, cuties.
she had a cool look. She looked like she liked monkeys. She had that. There's just an attitude and a cool like style that comes with ladies that love monkeys.
Hell yeah!
It's cool. I think so. She had like glitter on her belt buckle. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, and on her shoes. You see the
Yeah,
dazzled
glitter on her
boots?
shoes.
Like, those
Yeah,
were
bedazzled boots. She just had a cool style. That's a monkey lady style, and I like it. But they're daily listeners, and when Tanya came in and did the show and did the number 2 show, I knew I had Dan's number, and then as your birthday approached, it came up like organically on the air like a week ago. He said, no monkeys in the studio. And I said, well, Lern's 40th is coming up. And he said, I don't care. And I saw it as a good opportunity
And you did
rebel.
it.
Yeah.
to rebel
Less
a little,
resistance.
You did
but
it.
I feel like once they were in here, you had a little joy.
Yeah.
After about 4
and you
minutes,
can't be
you came
responsible
around.
for this because you didn't know. So you're
No,
fine.
I gave you the deniability.
Yeah, we
and
we
it's a
blocked-
great. The people, our listeners,
It's fine.
People are listening doubled on YouTube. People ran to their
It's
YouTube
fine.
stream.
I
No, it's
know.
fine. I-
For goodness sakes, Liv drove up here.
Yeah, Liv lives in like
In
All of a
West
sudden,
County.
Liv's in the studio. Where do
like,
you
I've
come
never
from? Like,
driven
who is
so
that?
fast.
Liv, no, did she get the bat signal of like?
I never
spider
drove here
monkeys
quicker.
in the studio?
Monkeys and cream corn. That signal's
I
incredible.
love her.
That's why she moved here, by the way, from Maine. She on the off chance of monkeys coming to the
Monkeys.
studio.
Well-
Here's my logic. I know that in your mind, you saw a monkey getting on that soundboard and messing everything up.
It was close.
It was closer than I wanted it to be.
It was close
I'll be
because I
honest.
saw a monkey paw just come up and grab
Yeah, did you see that?
and start grabbing things.
And here's the thing. When I talked to Dan, I said, hey, man, this is Riz's big fear. I'm already probably walking a thin line. Don't bring some crazy. He's like, these monkeys listen to everything my wife says. And I go, those monkeys didn't listen to nothing your wife was saying. That monkey tried to eat a highlighter while he was in here.
They were so cute and cool and.
He sent a few
adorable.
emails on Lern's laptop. I'll be honest, that's problematic. But other than that,
Well,
I feel like
I thought your laptop was going to the floor for a
Well,
second.
the good thing is, I will give you this: that probably if you would have asked me about it, I would have said no.
yeah.
So this way, you just did it.
Ask for
You-
forgiveness.
You enjoyed yourself. I'm happy that you're happy.
Thank you.
Well, lesson learned. Don't ask questions anymore. This is good.
And I feel like
questions anymore.
I didn't
literally-
read.
I knew that you guys were. I knew something was up because Scott was out of his little pod. Rafe has been on his phone all morning. I'm like, something is getting ready to happen. I thought
know
it's
what's gonna
probably
happen on this.
Jill,
Your
my
radio
mom.
program.
Like, okay, never in 1,000 years would I go, oh yeah, 5 little baby spider monkeys were going to join me for my last day of my 30s.
Nice.
That was perfection. Thank you.
Way to end your 30s. Honestly,
Yes,
what a way.
You did a great job.
Thank you, Moon and King Scott, for at least taking a little bit of the culpable risk with me.
Nice.
I did let them in on it because I didn't want everyone to. I was like, if this goes south, I can't be the only one that knows it's coming in. I need some backup. And I was like, at least I think Moon would fight a monkey if he had to.
If I have to.
King Scott could entertain them.
I
Give
just
them a lot of hair to
imagine as
play
they
in.
leave and one of the
Same
monkeys gets
mentality.
loose. And it's in the hallways here at Hubbard.
That
like
was
it's
my
gone.
Honestly, that was my biggest concern.
Like it's up in the drop ceiling. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
in
yeah.
Tom at the boss's office.
As long as it doesn't get in the fountain.
Everybody's away. Everybody's downtown at opening day. Like the office is empty today.
Thank goodness.
And it's a perfect day for it. You know?
You know?
I'll be honest. I had a couple of last night. I didn't sleep well last night because I was like, man, I'm excited, but also a little worried. And I was like, my biggest concern was getting them in and out of the building. I go, how am I getting them in and out without? Because I feel like, and I asked them, I said, Dan, we got to be discreet getting them up the elevator and everything, man. He goes, don't worry. Don't worry. We'll be discreet. And then those monkeys were just walking on their own, dude.
around.
They didn't come in a thing.
Pay no attention.
Maintain.
The heck?
They just walked in, and I was like, that was, I mean, yeah, I guess that was discreet to a degree, but you know what? Pure joy.
Pure joy.
Almost got you there.
Almost, yeah. Almost joy.
So I'm going to call it a win for the day.
Well,
was a
happy
huge
birthday,
win.
Leonard.
Thank you so much, you guys.
Happy
You did
birthday.
So great.
Let's give
There's
away some
more
stuff.
later.
Oh, is there? Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, is there? Is it anything else I should know? Honestly,
You know about the rest.
Okay.
Good.
Good call on the no baboon. Honestly.
Yeah.
It was intimidating. I mean, monkeys are intimidating.
Oh,
They are.
and they just that one grabbed your hair
I know.
and would not let go, and I
it
saw
was
the
a
panic.
baby. I don't want my hair to fall out.
He wanted you to be his mommy.
I know. That was my son.
Once he had you, he's like,
Chi-Chi.
this is
He's
it.
like, this is
Little
the one.
Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi loves
Chi-Chi,
Lern,
oh, well.
and Lern loves Chi-Chi.
This is the way.
Today's contest is sponsored by.
CarStar, your auto body repair expert. Hail damage? Monkey damage?
You never know.
See them at carstar.com.
Oh my God, the spider monkeys in the parking lot pulling off antennas. Oh my God, it got loose. It's
Oh,
pulling
they're
off
over at the Land
antennas.
Rover dealership wreaking havoc. When the monkey went for the gun, dude.
Oh my God.
I was like, if he shoots somebody, that will be, yes, I will get fired, but it'll be the most monumental firing in radio history.
It passed up the Bean Boozled jelly
did.
beans for the gun.
It saw the gun, but then the monkey went for the gun. It's like I was listening to like a crime doc in my head. It was
Oh,
like,
my gosh.
everything seemed to be going as planned, and then the monkey went for the gun.
Yeah, you know, we get all these, newsletters from the radio trades, and I can imagine, headline: Rafe Williams, KPNT St. Louis fired after monkey gets loose
It goes for
at
the gun.
Hubbard Radio, Hubbard Radio Studios, and
What a way to
shoots
go.
and shoots employees with airsoft gun. It's an HR nightmare. Okay, we're playing Gay Bar Steakhouse, guys.
Okay.
Simple concept. Rafe's going to read you the name of an establishment. You tell us if it is a gay bar or a steakhouse. Simple as that. 2 minutes were right, you win. Your choice of prizes. We've got tickets to go see Jack White, sold out show April 3rd at the Factory. We've got tickets to go see Collective Soul and Live July 17th at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. We've got tickets for Point Fest happening May 17th. And we've got tickets to go see Clutch on August 15th at the Factory. You have a Learn Lifeline and you have a Moon Lifeline if you need.
And we're all jacked up on monkey business.
Yeah, everyone's high on monkey.
I did
juices.
play Monkey Business for Exit 90 yesterday on my midday show.
From Skid Row?
From Skid Row. So this
Great
is
song.
the synchronicity of the universe is at play with this as well. Thank you.
All right, Jared, you ready to play?
That is over, B. How's everyone doing today?
Exceptional at this point. Riz is a
Chill
little
day so
shaken.
far.
All right, Gay Bar Steakhouse, here we go.
All right, good luck. Sidekicks.
Thank you.
Sidekicks
Sidekicks?
in Kansas City, Missouri. Sidekicks.
Let's go with a gay bar.
Gay.
Yeah.
Sidekicks is a gay bar. One correct. Next.
Crazy Horse in Holland, Michigan.
Steakhouse.
Winner. Hang on, Jared. Okay. 1 for 1. Let's go to Heather in California, Missouri. Hello, Heather.
Hello.
All right, Heather, here we go.
Heather, the Monte Carlo in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Gay bar.
Steakhouse.
Sorry, that's a
So
steakhouse.
for one,
I know.
next.
Good luck. Sidetrack in Chicago, Illinois. Sidetrack.
Gay bar.
And we say goodbye to Heather.
Hi, Heather. Sorry, Heather.
Sorry, Heather.
They're tricky up there in them northern parts.
Yeah. Chris in Alice Springs. Hello, Chris.
Hello. Happy birthday, Lern.
Thanks, pal.
All right, Chris, here we go.
Good luck, Hurricane Chris. Blackstones in Portland, Maine.
Steakhouse.
Gay.
And it's a gay bar. Next.
Tighten it up, Chris. The Corner Pocket in Williamsburg, Virginia.
Oh my God.
The Corner
I hope
Pocket.
it's a steak. I hope it's a steakhouse.
Show me
do.
Steakhouse.
Gay.
Come on, man. I've never seen a more obvious one. The corner pocket. Can you imagine?
Remember, you have a Learn Lifeline.
Corner
You have a
Pocket
Moon
was the
Lifeline
pool
if you
hall
need.
in DuQuoin, Illinois that I used to hang out at.
Oh, my gosh.
You could have them. You could have them
Great
do the whole
burger.
contest for you. Brian in Farmington. Good morning, Brian.
Morning. Happy birthday, Lern.
Thank you.
All right, remember
All right, Brian.
there are
You
lifelines.
have 2 lifelines if you need.
You won't need them, Brian. Here's the first one. Roosters in Xenia, Ohio. Roosters.
You said gay bar, steakhouse. Nope.
Killing
Man,
it.
we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the 5th in a row wrong. Next.
The Monte Carlo, but this time in Albuquerque, New Mexico. The
Gay
Monte.
bar.
You said, I'm sorry?
Gay bar.
All right, see you later.
Goodbye.
I'm sorry? Goodbye. Gosh, dang. This is a day, man.
I feel like this is pointless, but I would like to point out you guys do have lifelines if you want to
Hey,
use
don't
it.
put this on us, man.
We've had 2 0 for 2ers or 3 0 for 2ers.
6 in a row incorrect. Jared, hello.
Hey, how's it going? Happy birthday, Lern.
Thank you so much.
Here we go.
Jared, Moonrakers in Iowa City, Iowa. Moonrakers. I'd like to rake his moon.
I'll go gay bar.
Steakhouse.
All right, Jared.
You're going to lose it.
The Brass Bell in Virginia Beach, Virginia. The Brass Bell.
I'll go steakhouse.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Comes down to this. Remember, you have Learn or Moon if you need them.
If needed.
Here we go.
Sonny Williams's. My Uncle Sonny's place. Sonny Williams's in Little Rock, Arkansas.
That's Sonny, Sonny, as if
Yes.
it's a name.
Yes, Sonny. Sonny Williams's in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Gay bar.
See you later,
And we say
bye.
goodbye.
Okay.
That's a steakhouse. God. I guess nobody wants these concert tickets.
not.
Bart, hello.
Hello.
Hey, Bart in High Ridge. Here we go. Gay bar or steakhouse. I remind you once again, you have Moon and Learn here if you need lifelines. Let's go.
And the Parrot in Lakeland, Florida. The Parrot.
Gay bar.
Gay.
Nice. 1 for 1.
Good start. Dallas Woodies in Dallas, Texas. Dallas Woodies.
Steakhouse.
Gay.
Well, it comes down to this, Bart.
Okay.
Last chance, bud.
Last chance, Bart.
Sidewinders Ranch. That's Sidewinders Ranch in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Steakhouse.
You say steakhouse.
Gay.
See you later, bud.
We had it. We had it for you.
This is
We got to get a
50-50
winner.
shot. We do.
We got to get a winner here. Tyson.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, I have a good feeling about Tyson, guys.
Tyson.
Wood River. Let's go. Let's get a winner. Next time we get a winner, we're done.
Fine.
Here we go.
Here we go, Tyson. Good luck. Rustler's Roost in Phoenix, Arizona. Rustler's Roost.
Steakhouse.
Yes. Steakhouse. Great start.
Great start.
Okay.
Blackheart. And that's H-A-R-T, Black Heart of St. Paul in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Black Heart is called Black Heart of St. Paul.
Black Heart of St. Paul.
Let's go with Lorne.
Oh,
Okay, with Lauren, my official name. Cool.
Official name, Lauren.
Lauren Michaels.
Lauren Michaels.
Lauren Michaels, you've
Brett
been
Michaels'
chosen as a
sister.
lifeline.
Yes.
H-A-R-T, Black Heart of St. Paul in St. Paul, Minnesota.
That is a steakhouse.
Okay.
Gay.
Okay, all right,
It's
okay.
spelled the
Okay,
right way.
okay. Listen, Tyson still has one more to go.
Okay. Sorry,
You
pal.
blew it for him. It's fine.
Happy birthday.
Here we go for the win.
Frankie's OKC in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. That's Frankie's with an I-E. Frankie's OKC.
Steakhouse.
Gay.
Not our day, pal. Not our day.
Don't clap for that. Okay, back to the phones. Michael, I thought we had it there. We started.
Felt good for a minute.
So strongly. Michael, hello.
Hello, let's do this.
All right, Michael, here we go. I got a good feeling about this guy.
Michael, I feel good about you,
Park
too.
Hill.
Ravens Den in Manchester Center, Vermont. Ravens Den.
Let's go Moon on this one.
Moon.
Ravens Den in Vermont.
Now, just so you know, I almost got a job in Manchester Center, Vermont.
So that matters here.
So that matters.
Winchester to
WHTG.
Fieldville.
Moon,
Yep, say it
No,
again.
that no.
bring your pretty little
WQX.
ass down. to-
WQX.
Too many words. What?
Bring your pretty, sexy little rock star booty down to Ravens Den in Manchester Center, Vermont.
Show me steakhouse.
Well played.
Yeah, lock it in.
Go.
Feeling
Okay.
good. Feeling good. You're welcome.
Okay. So far, so good, Michael. Here we go.
1 for 1, Michael. Mavericks in Aberdeen, South Dakota. Mavericks.
Gay bar.
We're back.
We're back, baby.
I feel like that's a gay bar that serves steak, right? Like, Mavericks in South Dakota. You kind of
All right,
covered
Michael.
All
the
gay
base.
bar serve steak.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Final one for the win.
Yosemite Ranch in Fresno, California. That's Yosemite Ranch.
Now, keep in mind,
Steakhouse.
Fresno. I'm sorry?
Steakhouse.
Are you sure?
In Fresno, sure. Let's go
In
steakhouse.
Fresno, yes. You are correct. All right.
On a high note.
Michael, congratulations. What do you want?
Let's go Point Fest.
You are going to Point Fest, and we'll see you there. Congratulations, Michael. Woo! All right. Finally.
Feeling good.
Yosemite Ranch in Fresno Steakhouse. Thank you very much. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Moon will read some of your emails, and there are plenty to get to. It is 8:40. Oh, I also, you know what? I'll also do the porno birthday after, because with the monkeys in here, I forgot to
Oh, yeah.
do today's porno birthday.
And we can't get, people need to know whose
People need to know.
birthday it is.
And it's a good one today, too. 8:41, Thursday, traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Everything's fairly clear, except for we got a right lane blocked and a right-hand shoulder blocked due to a stalled vehicle 44 westbound at Vanaventer. Your point forecast, small chance for hail above 70 later today. Other than that, it's going to be kind of spotty.
Above Highway 70.
Yeah, what did I say?
Well, you said above 70, meaning like
Man, y'all know what I'm
degrees.
saying. Sorry, yeah.
I don't listen. It's opening day. I don't want to confuse people.
But you're right, and it is a high of 70 today, so you're right. Easily confused.
Easily
but right now it's
confused.
55 at the Point Studio.
Thank you. Oh, you want to
Yeah, I'll go grab that now. I'll be right back.
bring in some other stuff for Lern?
Oh,
We got things for you. Besides the
nice.
monkeys. You're not going to be here tomorrow.
right.
You're going to be, you're sleeping in, which is a great birthday gift.
Yeah,
I thought that would be enough, honestly. Like, hey, take the day.
that was enough. You didn't have to do more. That's great.
Well, I had nothing to do with the monkeys, I'll be honest with you. But, nice little card. I thought maybe a little something else. Be fine.
I can't wait to see what this is.
Tomorrow you are broadcasting from Copper Fire
I am 10 to
with
2.
Casey.
Yeah, decided to have a public party since, I've been talking about the private party. And I thought, I want to turn 40 with our listenership. So, yeah, it's going to be a big old fest tomorrow. And honestly, Eric and Dave of Super Jam are going to be playing music. And I got to program my whole show, which is unheard of in 2025 for radio DJs.
Oh, so Marty, the PD over there, let you actually play your own music?
That was his gift to me. He goes, why don't you program your whole
show?
The
whole show? Like all 4 hours?
All 4 hours.
Whoa. All 4 hours of what Lern wants to hear. Can I make a request?
What would you request? It probably is on the playlist. You and I have very similar tastes.
We actually do.
Yeah.
We're going to need somebody to hold the door. There's a panther and a small elephant.
No, I told you. No panthers.
It was so funny.
Honestly, when the monkeys walked in here, at first I thought it was going to be like a donkey because I saw just like a little bit of hair.
A donkey.
And I thought, is there like a little horse, a mini horse here? Like I didn't know what was going on.
A mini horse.
And then I just went outer body. So.
We're not supposed to have dogs up here.
I know.
Let alone fighter.
It's so funny you said that because when we were talking about the monkeys, I was like,
my
shoot, I've been wanting to
God.
bring Bilbo Stanley Baggins up here, my little chihuahua.
Here's the rest of your birthday. Since we know you're not eating cookies
Yeah.
and only cakes, we each got you a separate cake for your birthday.
All reflecting our personalities.
All reflecting.
Okay.
We're not telling you who's who. We're going to let you guess.
You have to guess.
Right, yeah.
Okay, this is there's no label on this cake. So obviously that's Scott Daniel Rizzuto. He made
you
that
didn't even look at
cake.
the other cakes.
Yeah, how do you know? She knows it's not mine because it has
Russell's
sprinkles.
carrot cake. Ooh, is this Rafe?
No.
Oh.
Good try, though.
King Scott. Come on. He's
Carrots.
Carrots are orange. Scott's orange.
Oh, it's a King Scott cake.
Yeah, that was,
That's very nice.
And
Thank
then
you.
here is a gooey butter cake, also from
Ooh,
Russell's.
shout out to Russell's.
They hooked it up.
And that would be...
From you, because you're gooey.
No,
That's
Moon's gooey.
Moon. I don't know your cake profiles, okay? I don't know who you are as cakes.
Moon's a gooey guy.
And then here's your creme de la creme.
Okay. Is this you? This is you, the extra friend. Yeah. Oh, my God.
I am the plain white cake guy.
Yes, the plain white Schnucks cake came from
I love
Scott
it.
Daniel.
Thank you so much.
And the rest of us actually spent some money on you. And no, it was nice. It was nice. It was nice. It's a nice $7.99 cake, dude. It's very nice.
I love sprinkles.
She does. She
I
loves
know you
simple
do.
things.
Guys, these are so good.
And this one is a yellow pound cake with cherry buttercream frosting and lemon curd top. Good luck fitting into any of your outfits for your birthday party Saturday. And then we got you a card. Happy birthday. These are your...
Huge cake.
So,
Yeah, what do you get? What? What?
Hilarious.
You're so over
There's nobody here either, by the way, to share that with.
That's the best part.
yeah, you have to take all these home.
You have to take all this home, and nobody's carrying anything out.
Here,
for by
you
the way.
do something.
You have
with
so
this.
much to do this weekend, and now you have to transport 4 cakes.
That's so annoying.
Oh, man. Thank you.
Here, make 3 trips to your car.
Yeah, you have to
today.
make 3 trips to your
You
car.
can eat this in one sitting, right?
I'll eat that in one. Yeah, that'll be gone by
Hey, you
then.
know what? The monkeys are still on. Just have one of them carry it.
Oh, my
I
God.
tell you, your husband's very excited for this cake, so please take it.
That is great. I can't wait to just...
And the card.
Oh, yes.
Open it up.
Okay.
Open the card up.
Aries, cute.
Because you're an Aries.
I'm
and
an Aries.
Who bought the glitter card, by the way? You got to be kidding me. I opened that thing up. I got glitter on my hands.
This is very minimal glitter compared
Minimal
to...
glitter.
There's no such thing as minimal glitter.
You bought it. Actually,
I left it on his desk because I knew when he opened it, the glitter would fall out.
we used your credit card, actually.
Aries, courage, energy, vitality, optimism, leadership, adventure, passion, and confidence. Those are our traits, Aries pals. The first sign of the zodiac, Aries, the ram, can be a little naive yet full of potential like the spring season as it kickstarts. Aries is known for its independent nature and tendency to act first and think later. Yes. Ruled by the planet Mars, the fire sign is adventurous, impulsive, and full of energy. Arians happily offer their opinions on and all topics. Yes, that's why I'm on this show. Naturally migrating towards the center of the action when associating with an Aries, you are destined for a wild ride if, in fact, you can keep up
I'm
at
so
their
glad
pace.
I told you to read the card, by the way.
I know. Well,
I thought more of the messages than anything else. but
oh,
that's fine,
I'm
that's
sorry.
fine.
Okay. Happy birthday, Lern. Don't worry, you're not old. You're just seasoned, like a good cast iron skillet. Riz.
Right? Right?
The old cast iron skillet.
I like that's a great message.
Yeah.
Because nothing says happy 40th like a cast iron skillet.
You're like Mr. Deeds. You could
you're
write
like a
you could write
Right?
greeting cards.
Hallmark.
Like a nasty pan. Happy birthday. You will love the 40s. Thanks for making 40-year-olds younger. Also, you're so awesome. Glad we got to have get to hang out almost every day.
My handwriting's good.
With the mighty things in store. Love you, King Scott.
Nice.
Point for Lern. Love you, pal. I'm assuming that's Mooners.
That's me.
Let's
Well,
see.
I pointed. There's a moon already signed. The card was.
Oh,
already
there's
signed.
a moon there.
Yeah,
Yes, that's
that's me.
nice. I like that.
Point for Lern.
Happy birthday, LL Bean. You are all of these things, all of those traits. And then let's see, actual footage of the Babe Lauren Lern Colvin Elwell constellation, which my husband bought me, which is also on the card. Very
Nice.
cute.
Star.
You guys are very sweet. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Lern. Also celebrating her birthday today is Samantha 38G. That's right.
Yes.
Her name is Samantha 38G. She is our porno birthday today.
Great segue.
Tiny gal.
38G. Imagine what those look
flat-chested,
like.
right?
And today's birthday girl has been in 153 fine films, including, let's see if you could get the theme here. She was in Big and Busty 1 and 2, The Blubber Bangin' Bonanza, Cash for Chunkers 2, Home Alone Chubbies, Massive MILFs 4, Plump Cuties 3 and 4. You get it yet? Scale Bustin' Babes 44, Supersized Sluts, Voluptuous Vixens, and that's Vixens with 3 X's.
Wow.
And who can forget a roll? In 2011's We Love Chocolate.
Oh, who doesn't?
Happy birthday, Samantha 38.
We love chocolate.
Yeah. Okay, before we get to the emails, this is a true story of a radio buddy of mine who I actually talked to this dude a couple weeks ago. Radio guy, he is my age, exactly my age, not married. Was married, not married now, has been living with a woman for almost 6 years now. That's the profile of this guy. Very handsome fella, too.
Oh, thank you for.
Handsome fella. I worked with him a long time ago. He now lives somewhere else. Lives with this girl maybe 5 or 6 years now. He says that she is so insecure about stuff that he started working out again, and she right away went, "You're cheating on me." He took a cooking class. Right away, "You're cheating on me." He was reading a money management book. And she's like, "What, are you cheating on me?"
The twist here is he cheating on her?
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for.
No.
He's just trying to
He's
enrich
trying to better himself.
I'm just kidding.
So it's in her head
Right.
that since he is trying to better himself, automatically that means that he is cheating on her.
She's been burned before, it
Yeah.
sounds like.
Is this from some pain from before?
I don't know.
Or maybe it's going so well that she's just like something. It can't, like a lot of people do that.
Yeah,
Their
fear.
insecurity gets the best of them when things are going too well or their partner is excellent. They go, "Oh my God, he's obviously, I'm not worthy of this."
Right. They've experienced like difficulty and anxiety for so long
Yeah.
that now that it doesn't exist right in front of their face, they just feel like, well, it must be behind my back.
Well, my question is, if somebody is if you have a partner that's trying to better themselves in some way, all of a sudden, like, I'm going to start working out, or I'm going to, read a money management book. Is there a bit of truth in the accusation
What?
of
This book says how to pick up chicks. It's a good thing to know.
I'm bettering
I
myself.
thought it was one of the most
It's a
silly
farming
things
book.
I've ever heard.
Oh,
of
no.
somebody in their 40s
Right.
automatically going to, well, you're trying to better yourself, so that means you must be getting ready to step out on me.
Yeah, there was a step before this relationship that gave her that insecurity, and that's not his
And
problem.
he's a good dude.
And he's a good dude, but that's it. The good dudes normally, they unfortunately get this insecurity sometimes in their relationships because it's a weird, like, it can't be going this well.
And I said to him, I go, if this is going to be every time you do something to make yourself better, I'm like, I couldn't take that.
Well, hey, it's almost better though that it's happening every time, that it's a consistent behavior, and that it's out in the open rather than like resentment building up in the background. Like all you got to do is talk. If you love this person, this is one of their weaknesses. Let's look out for the weakness and let's try to strengthen this gal. And whatever the issue is, get to the issue. Talk to a professional, maybe together, maybe individually.
Well, they're not married.
But that doesn't matter. If you love this
They've been
person,
living together for 5 years.
Yeah, if you love this person, you want a healthy relationship. Then,
Ooh, man.
Then put in a little extra work and hope that she will do the same, because this is either like Lern said, past trauma and pain, or she's so insecure about her own lack of personal development, that is threatening her. It's freaking her out that she's not doing the same type of work, and it's just manifesting in some sort of fidelity
That's the way
issue.
I didn't take it like the past trauma thing. I took it as you're bettering yourself, and she feels bad that she's not bettering
that she's
herself.
not keeping up.
Yeah,
And it's just
deep
manifesting.
And she's
in
not keeping it up. And she's not keeping up.
And it's coming out in a fidelity issue. But like, work it out. Like,
Without tossing accusations around, I would say there's also a chance of pure projection of like cheaters project cheaters.
Oh.
So if it's a fidelity that's constantly the thing, and it's not, then they're, look deeper. Like sometimes people who have cheated in the relationship think they deserve to have it done back to them, like subconsciously, and they start projecting everything you do is you're moving behind the scenes with some ulterior motive. Or, I had the one ex-girlfriend I had that was very jealous and like had cheated on her ex-husband, and then projected it onto me and then cheated on me. So it does happen that way sometimes. I'm not accusing this girl. I don't want to be, because it's your friend, and I'm sure she's been
He's
faithful.
a good dude, too. And I'm like, I wish, because he went through a bad divorce.
But keep one eye open, brother.
And the first divorce was jealousy issues, too.
They should go to couples therapy. It helps.
Yeah.
talk to a professional.
Yeah, any insecurity in your relationship, it's not a bad thing to do. It's
His
100%
first
great.
relationship was jealousy issues. Like his career went somewhere and hers kind of floundered.
Yeah.
She's in the biz, or was in the biz, too.
No, that's hard.
So does
That's
he
a
go
hard
for the same
dynamic.
gal?
What happened?
Do you think he goes for the same gal again?
Hey, at least it's out in the open.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the positive
That's
here.
100%.
The worst thing is when this kind of stuff is in the background and there's no communication there, and resentment builds up such a wall that you can't get over it anyway.
I'm like, man, you try to do something for yourself,
Right.
and like it automatic, you got to like walk on eggshells.
Well, it's all about attachments, too. All of us have
man.
different attachment styles, like anxious attachment, avoidant attachment, secure attachment.
I told him to pack his bags.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of there.
Well, and that might be the right move. I mean, he sounds like a secure individual who's trying to better himself. And if he is getting annoyed by this woman and her insecurity
Pack
is
your
getting the best of
bags.
the relationship, maybe it's not a good match.
Get the hell out of there. You're still young enough.
Save yourselves.
Save yourself. You're a handsome fella. Get out there.
The women are ready. Get out there.
Get out there.
Women.
Let's get to some of your emails. Rizzo at 1057thepoint.com.
All right, my husband heard the show about somebody's dog dying, and I woke up one morning to find a beautiful, handsome stray dog on my porch. I tried calling shelters and the Open Door Sanctuary, even the STL Care Center, but I didn't get any help. We'll bring in a huge animal lover. Bringing a huge animal lover, I wasn't just going to abandon this guy. I have 5 other animals, and I cannot take this beautiful dog. I also have a dog who my husband rescued from a very abusive situation. With hearing the show about the loss of a family's best friend, I thought maybe, just maybe, this situation could be one of those where a beautiful animal could have a good, loving family and life with a new family starting a new process
What
of
kind
healing.
of dog is it?
I don't know. This person was just trying to get
kind of
the word
email
out
is
there.
this? What
If you're looking for a rescue dog, this person has it. But here's my question.
Go to the shelter, and there's plenty of rescue
They
dogs.
found it on the porch, and there's no mention of, did you take it to somebody and try to get it scanned?
Right. It could have a chip in it.
It's probably your neighbors.
Check the chip first.
Don't start giving away animals that just show up. Don't just start giving away animals that show up at your house, Lern.
Yeah, you need to. I will check the chip as the temperatures are warming.
I rescued this dog from my neighbor's backyard.
And I don't know what to do with it.
I just, it's too much for me.
Yeah, it's not. It just shows up at your house. It's yours. It could be somebody's pet. It is somebody's
That's
pet.
my
Somebody's
dream. I want to go get Mr. Gray's ears scanned or whatever, and I want to see if he has a chip, and if he does, I cannot. The welcome wagon bringing his gray, big groundhog ass back to his original owner. I cannot wait. It's my dream. That's the dream scenario.
Wherever he goes, he's coming right back. You got this guy a home, and you fatten him
eating.
up. Like, what are you kidding?
He's so, guys, he's just the best. I was out all day yesterday hanging with him.
Next.
Good morning, Riz Show. Last week, one of the solutions for singles was to try speed dating. You guys talked about it on the show, and a few of you felt like you missed out on this experience. As a single person, I decided to go on the Riz Show's behalf.
Awesome.
All right.
Oh,
First, the good. I was greeted at the door by a very polite and attractive lady. The scene they chose was quiet enough for easy conversations, and the sessions weren't too long. Everybody was open and ready to talk. Now for the bad. That attractive greeter I was attracted to, not available. There were twice as many men there than there were ladies.
Oh.
And the only 2 women I wanted to talk to were not part of the speed dating event and walked right past our sad group to the bar. And if you wanted to see if you matched with somebody, you had to then subscribe to the membership. Not a repeat for me. Maybe there will be single ladies at Lern's birthday. I appreciate the public invite that you sent to me. Going to celebrate my 40th about a month and a half late. See y'all there.
So he was not attracted to anybody.
Except for the people that were running the show and they were not available. But I did not know that that was one of those situations where if you like somebody and you match, you got to subscribe. Which I guess makes sense, but at the same time, like...
Always, it's a timeshare, dude.
Is that a catch that you know going in?
I didn't know that.
I don't know, but it's exactly how I imagined. Double the dudes.
Yeah.
So you're already at a disadvantage.
I just see
You're already at the speed date point of your life.
Well,
but that's
and now
like a cool
there's
idea.
twice as if you're a lady, great. But men, it's just like double the competition.
But now they know. I mean, maybe the ladies, honestly, I talk to a lot of my single girlfriends. They don't go speed dating. So now they know that the men are at the speed dating competitions or whatever. So ladies, go.
Make it popular.
We need to tell them.
It didn't sound like this emailer was impressed with the ladies who did subscribe.
Yeah.
They didn't say it, but they implied.
Hi, Gina. It's Gina.
Hey, what's up? I'm Gina.
Where
was that from?
40-year-old
version. That's right.
It was, and who was it? I think it was Seth Rogen in the crew, or who was it in the crew? You know, or was it Paul Rudd? He's like, who I really connected with was Gina.
Makes
how
me
long
think
do
of
you
Coming to America whenever he's meeting all the...
I thought it was 5 minutes.
It's Arsenio in a wig, and he's like, I'm going to rock your world.
I'm going to rip you apart.
I'm gonna tear you apart.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I thought it was 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
They're all different, I bet.
Dang.
Here's my nightmare. Going to one of these stations, clearly not having anything going on. Like, this is not going to work. And now and I'll know within 10 seconds.
Because it's all physical? What do you mean?
But it's still cool people out there.
Vibe?
You don't get a vibe.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, attraction, yes, but like you start
I
off.
could tell immediately this is not going to work out. Now I got 4 minutes and 50 seconds to kill time.
You're the perfect person for that.
Wow.
Oh,
You have a communicative job.
You crybaby.
what do you mean I'm a crybaby?
5 minutes is that's the good part. Is if you don't vibe, you don't have to endure it for 4 more minutes.
I could tell right away if this is not going to work.
I know, and you only have to endure it for 4 more minutes.
And that's what she's thinking.
That's a long 4 minutes.
For her.
Imagine like a blind date or something.
I'm going on my phone.
First 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
I'm going right on my phone.
Feels like it's been a million years. Am I right? Gah, when's this going to be over?
You guys are perfect for each other.
Next.
Okay, these two are Lern related. Hi, guys in Lern. A few weeks ago, I posted a video on Instagram talking about the Rizzuto show, and you guys commented on it, and you liked it. That made my birthday even better. I love the show since day one, and I tell everybody who will listen that they should listen to your show. I promote the show everywhere because it really is the best morning
What do you
show.
want, a T-shirt?
I called in and won tickets because of a Moon Lifeline, and I've had several emails read on the air. This is the greatest. My next step is to be member of Team Riz. My question today, though, is who's the most memorable guest you've ever had on the show? 5 out of 5
Dan the
stars.
Monkey Man.
That happened about an hour ago. That was
Richard from Alton. Yeah, that was pretty
The
cool.
most memorable on this program, I mean, I go right to Chris Kattan.
Chris Kattan was pretty memorable.
Yeah.
The first one.
I go right to Chris Kattan, the first appearance.
One for me that we don't talk about all that often was Bob Saget, because my family happened to be in the area and they were all like big fans because of Fuller House, so they came up and got a picture.
Arlen Williams was another one.
He wanted to hang out after, and I said no because I wanted to go take a nap. Idiot.
What an idiot.
He wanted to
Obviously,
go to lunch, and I said no.
Bob Saget did? Oh, my goodness.
It was Friday.
So
what?
Bob Saget Friday?
TGIF, he was part of that, dude.
my two most memorable ones by far.
Sleep is very important.
By far was before we really got to know Steve-O on a personal level. He came in the show and he stayed the whole show and loved it so much. He's like, "Hey, can I come back tomorrow?"
Oh, that, yeah.
And we're like, "Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, sure." And he was there at 6 a.m.
That's so cool.
He rented a car and came up here at 6 a.m.
He came later. No, because remember, Tara Reid came.
Oh, yeah, Tara Reid was there.
Tara Reid came the next day, dude.
And she walked in and goes, "Steve-O?"
At the old studio?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
So Tara Reid came in because Jason Mewes, so Jay and Silent Bob, if you remember, Jason Mewes is supposed to be in,
Right.
but he missed his flight.
Yes.
So they're like, because it was a Comic-Con thing. And the Comic-Con people are like, hey, Jason Mewes cannot come in, but would you like Tara Reid, who's coming off Sharknado?
Fine.
And I said, fine. And then Moon's like, hey, the one caveat is you don't talk about plastic surgery.
Okay.
Because remember, right around that whole time where
Yeah, there's a lot
her
of
boob
heat.
was out, and it was like, ooh, somebody destroyed your boobie with bad plastic surgery. So they said, hey, don't talk about it. Was relationships and
Birth.
plastic surgery.
Okay.
Fine. The interview was not going great. And
What was her vibe like?
did not want to be there.
Great.
Yeah, she wasn't.
And I had
so-
nothing to talk to her about.
Plus,
and it
she was a little weirded out that Steve-O was there.
No, well, I'm getting to that part.
Oh.
You talked
Okay.
American Pie with her? Like
I don't forget what we talked about. It was not going anywhere.
She was such a babe in that movie.
The phone rings, and it's Erica, who was our receptionist at the time, says, Steve-O's here. Bring him right in. And then it changed the entire dynamic of the interview. He immediately asked her about her relationships. And
It was amazing.
Oh,
It was amazing.
what's up with that
It was
one?
amazing.
Wild.
so that was, yes, I'll put that as a.
That was oh, don't forget what happened later that night.
You guys all banged Steve-O and Tara Reid.
No,
Oh, that was Point Fest weekend.
yeah. Right, yeah. We were working Point Fest, and I kept getting calls, and I was like, I do not know this number, and it was Tara calling to hang out.
What's up?
Yeah, so I was like, no,
You can take your gnarly boobs out of here.
no, I'm sorry, I don't have time for that. But it was it was an interesting
No
weekend.
thanks.
The whole
No
thing,
time.
yeah, the whole thing was crazy. And then Steve-O came back at a 6 a.m. show, and we got to know him. And then he did the Greek Fire intro where he threw his pants down and did the goat.
That's right.
With my family and everybody else backstage seeing the backside of the goat. And then the other most memorable one by far was Kevin
Smith.
Kevin Smith was in town, and he was at Helium. And the guy that was running Helium at the time,
He kicked me off that show.
he had stayed up all night with Kevin the night before and didn't go to sleep.
Yeah, doing what, though?
I'm not
Smoking weed.
hanging out.
Smoking weed.
So they were
Why would
there
you say that? Of course, they were smoking weed.
because I don't know what he was doing.
They were. He said.
Put that cash
Kevin
in my
Smith
hand.
gets the whatever stickiest of the icky, like this high grade stuff.
Yeah.
That the dude that was with him was not used to, and they smoked all night.
All night, stayed up, and then he brought him into the show at like 7:30 or 8 the next morning. And had not slept, and as we're talking to Kevin Smith, there's a window behind us. We see our buddy Andy go down, and he went down face first on the
Yeah.
floor, and then had a seizure,
Oh no.
like right there.
And pooped himself.
I remember.
I didn't want to throw him under the bus for weed.
No,
This guy's
I
got him
remember
pooping down the
EMTs
carpet.
Don't do it in front
hallway.
of me if you don't want us to talk about it.
He was having a medical
That's what I say.
emergency.
He did better.
Don't pass out in front of me if you don't want me to talk
you
about it.
monster, don't poop
That's
my
hilarious.
carpet. So yeah,
I
so
love Andy. Andy's a good friend of mine, and I love him.
Andy's the best.
He was, yeah, very sweet
He's in
guy.
Buffalo now, pooping up that city.
I was so worried
Whatever,
about
man.
him.
But what's crazier is while Kevin's doing the thing, that happens, and our IT guy or somebody is like trying to rescue him and figure everything out. We're still on air
It was
with
Gino,
Kevin.
the engineer.
Yeah, we're still on air with Kevin, and we see Andy on a gurney, like an ambulance gurney, go right behind Kevin. He's
mess.
all on video, which is and Kevin's looking back, going, "What's happening? Oh, there goes Andy into an ambulance.
And it
What
was
the
his
heck is
ride.
happening?" And then, and then Kevin's standing around and goes, he looks at me, and goes, "Can you give me a ride, man?" And I was like, yeah. So he gets in my Corolla.
That was
and
memorable.
I had one of the greatest 30, 40-minute drives with this dude.
That's
He was
sweet.
just the coolest, most down-to-earth, like, amazing
Threw
guy.
Rafe off that show.
Yeah, we had a very different weekend with him.
I'm sorry. I fell in love with him. He was the most kind, sweet dude to me.
All right, next email.
I understood. He was, he's just like, I don't like comics opening for me. And I go, oh.
Because he was a storyteller guy.
And he goes, and it just basically, he's like, I don't want to follow a comic. He's like, I'm not that funny.
Well, he's like, how can I follow the Rafe Williams?
He definitely did not. No, he ordered a quesadilla over my shoulder. Was not impressed with me at all. That was like that thing where I was like trying to take it with a grain of salt. And I go, hey, I'm a big fan, man. I get it. Miscommunication by the club, no big deal. And his agent's like, yeah, he doesn't really want anyone. They're like in the green room. So I was like, it's nice to meet you, man. I look forward to the show. I was trying to have like at least a moment with him where I was like, I'm a big fan of your movies. I grew up on them. And he shook my hand. He goes, thanks, man. And he goes, looks over my shoulder and he goes, can I get a quesadilla, no chicken? And I'm like, you are forever my enemy, Kevin Smith.
All right, one more.
This question is for the dream interpreter to learn.
Okay.
I wanted to know what it means when you constantly dream in your high school setting. Sometimes I'm just there. Sometimes I'm running late to class. I also have dreams that I'm driving somewhere and the navigator keeps breaking down. It won't load or it leads me to the wrong direction instead of where I need to go. It's gotten to the point where my husband realizes the similar pattern of dreams and said, why not see what Lern has to say about this? So here I am.
Well, do you want me to? You want me to interpret it?
Madam Riz, please.
We know.
What do you think? What do you think I'm going to say?
Don't you dare say it.
Here's what I think. I think you have unfinished business with somebody from high school. Okay, that's what I think.
That's good.
And the navigator is leading you astray. What'd you think I was going to say?
Gay, 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 gay.
Yeah, everybody's gay for
Nope.
dreaming.
Nope.
Hey,
Nope.
I love the gays.
Nope.
You are.
And I love dreams.
Nope.
That's good.
That's great.
Ways.
Nope.
No, that was
What
good.
do you think?
Yeah, so the high
Are your
school,
teeth falling out?
the navigator as in the vehicle,
As in, like, the
person
I was going to say
directing?
TomTom, but
Like
like the
Wayne's World?
Garmin, like a Waze, or like a navigator, like a
like the GPS.
yes.
Okay, and so the GPS is not allowing them to get to their
It
destination.
keeps breaking down, won't load, or leads me to the wrong direction instead of where I need to go.
Yeah. Okay. This is a career. This is in the vein of career. Okay. You need to figure out what your passion is, and you're not doing fulfilling work, and you need to figure that out.
Which apparently is high school teaching. Maybe she needs to go back
Get away from those kids.
teach high
Get
school.
away from those damn kids.
I get it.
And also learn your directions.
I have dreams. I have like dreams that I'm at my high school, but I'm my age now. I've had like basketball and football dreams.
All right, there, 21 Jump Street.
Oh,
It's
dude.
very weird.
Are you Teen Wolfing it?
It's very weird. Like the coach will be like, "You got to go in," and I'm like, "I'm 46 years old."
When you're
And
going,
I'm laughing at him, and he goes, "You just suit up. No one will notice." I'm like, "Everyone's gonna notice."
no, dude, the song "Win
Nobody
will
in the
know.
end."
It's
That
just-
starts to play.
I've had those dreams, or like I'm late for a big game. I'm going to the high school, and I'm late for something. So I've had high school related dreams. I always just chalked it up to like, I don't know, like when you're a kid, you feel like you're gonna get in trouble for that kind of stuff, or I don't know.
All
Maybe
right.
I just could have won state.
So Lern says, quit your job
Get
today.
a new job today.
Today, write your resignation letter and put it down on the principal's desk and say, I'm out.
Quit your job at Ronald McDonald House today.
No, she's a teacher, right?
No, we don't know anything about that.
She's back in high school.
Oh, she's back
Just
in high
keeps
school.
having-
I thought
having
she
the
was
high
a teacher.
school
Okay, my bad.
But she needs to maybe
dreams.
figure out her career because it sounds like she's having some insecurity about what she's doing in her life and where she's going.
Maybe you feel like
On our
your
own.
best days are in high school.
Oh, okay, so she's not a high school teacher.
Right.
Oh, so that changes my interpretation.
Okay.
Oh, well, now what?
Yeah, now what?
Oh, come on, man. Break it down.
Now what? All right, 9/17 Thursday, traffic and weather, Moon coming at you. One final look.
Traffic is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Right lane blocked and right hand shoulder blocked due to a police incident. 64 westbound at Forest Park Avenue. Your point forecast, small chance for hail, some scattered thunderstorms here and there. High of 70. Right now it is 55 at the Point Studio.
All right, news next. There's a lot of cake here.
I know.
Lots of cake.
A lot of cake.
Thank you so much for the cakes, guys.
Like my cake, my tiny little cake compares to Rafe's cake in no way. I like tiny cake, and then
Still nice
cake
of you to
Rafe
get her
got
that.
you.
The man loves a birthday
He
celebration.
does. What's that big cake from Russell's? What's in it?
It is yellow pound cake.
Yeah.
With cherry buttercream frosting and then a lemon curd just on the top.
Oh.
And there's like it's layered, so there's like there's yellow cake with like whipped layers.
Oh.
Yeah, I want to try that.
Look good.
All right, let's do some news.
Tim Elwell's pumped about it, I can tell you that.
Do some news.
Well, Tim, you got plenty.
It's coming at you, brother.
You got
He
plenty
does.
coming home at you. News sponsored by
DraftKings at Casino Queen. Play, stay, and dine. Visit DraftKings at CasinoQueen.com for special promotions.
You know, there are teachers that care, and there are teachers that really care, and maybe crossing a line, caring so much, and not in a wear a scream mask and have sex with me way like that other teacher.
Oh, yeah, from
last
earlier.
week. An Ohio teacher has been placed on administrative leave after a family claimed the teacher showed up at their home unannounced to retrieve a missing homework assignment from the student, which I guess you can't do. So Perrysburg schools officials say the teacher worked at Whole Prairie Intermediate School, so I'm assuming a middle school, and will remain on leave pending the outcome of an ongoing investigation. The teacher showed up at the kid's home asking for the missing homework assignment. Now, listen, I was a kid and I missed a whole bunch of homework assignments. And I figured, all right, I'm just going to hand it in the next day. Not the Can you imagine looking out the window and seeing
Mr. Hand
walking up the...
I'm here to grade your papers.
I'm here to get your homework assignment?
Man, I had teachers that wouldn't even accept it in the class. Like, I'd go above and beyond to try to turn in some sort of late work, and they're like, no.
You said you left it at home, and here I am at your home.
It's late.
You must have
This is Mr. Rooney from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
No, this is Mr. Hand with Spicoli at the end of the movie Fast Times at Ridgemont High when he finally makes Spicoli learn about history. And because he would eat pizza in Mr. Hand's history class and be on his time. And then, he stole his pizza. And anyway, and then he showed up to Spicoli's house. And then Spicoli, becomes smart at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
You know? What a beautiful ending.
What a beautiful ending. So this guy, the teacher shows up at the house. The parents aren't home. Parents show up and this is wildly inappropriate. Parent gets home, confronts the teacher. The parent later emailed the school administration. Officials said the teacher was put on leave the next school day, and a police investigation was opened. Police investigation. If this is what it is, if it's just a teacher showing up at the house, is that police investigation worthy?
No.
Well, I guess they have to investigate if he was actually there to get an assignment, or if that was just quick thinking.
Oh, yeah, I was here to get an assignment.
Late work.
And they don't say. There's no, this was a female student, male teacher.
Oh, I thought you said it was a male teacher.
No.
Oh, you guys just keep saying Mr. Hand or something.
She says Mr. Hand in her fantasy.
This is my fantasy.
Oh. All right. Hey, no offense. Well, take it as you wish, but...
Nothing good ever follows that phrase.
I know. But the majority of the creepiest teachers were the gals. I'm just saying in my experience.
Well, that's what we hear about.
Really?
All the time.
Yeah, I mean,
The women teachers?
there was one.
in my school.
There was maybe one guy that I can think of
Not in my school.
in middle school that was kind of a freaking weirdo, creepy wise. There's a lot of weirdos, but in a bad way. Only one guy, and there's probably 3 gals. One of which I do think did get in trouble. Oh, I'm sorry. There was 2. There was 2 guys, and probably 3 gals that were some dancing with inappropriateness.
We had an incident in middle school where a teacher was arrested for a male teacher with a middle school student.
Oh, man.
Okay, that happened.
Yikes.
That happened in ours, but he was arrested way longer.
Oh, this was in school.
Wow.
Mr. Brett Schneider.
When I was in middle school, one of our teachers, he was the guy that all the girls would start wearing coats and stuff in the class because he would try to look down shirts
Oh no.
when you stand behind him. Yeah.
Is that true? But it was that
I don't
one of
know
those
if it was the chicks was trying to be excited.
it was there was always the 5th grade teachers rub the girls' backs trying to feel for bras.
Well, it's funny you say that because in the case that I was talking about with the guy, he would rub guys' backs.
Oh.
It was interesting, and everybody was like, "Ugh."
I remember Dawson's Creek. Remember when Dawson's Creek, the hot blonde teacher in Dawson's Creek, had an affair with Pacey, one of the main characters of the show. What was his name? Joshua Jackson or whatever.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking at that time,
That name didn't catch on.
I just it was wrong, but they were glorifying it in that show, and I was
yeah.
ooh, this
Weird.
is
I never saw that.
Different times.
different
There
times.
was overwhelmingly male creepy teachers by my school, because there was a couple things that I'm like, man, even as a kid, I was like, that's weird. There was a coach that used to grab the girls' softball shirts, and it'd say Rachel right here, and he'd be like, what's that shirt say? And he'd Rachel had developed, and he kind of grabbed it here, like TC Tuggers, but
Weird.
Oh.
it was just kind of weird. He's like, what's your shirt
so
say?
weird.
And he'd do it out in the open in the hallway, and I remember being a kid being like, you a weirdo, man.
Well, granted, the percentages are going to be
And
skewed.
then there was
there's only 15%.
Why would you even give people the opportunity to even misconstrue?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
And granted, the numbers are going to be skewed because there's far fewer male teachers.
It was strange, and it was there's another teacher that would give one of my girlfriends, the cute girls in the school would all get hall passes, and they'd come down, and he'd go in the boiler room and smoke his pipe and be one-on-one and just go in there and hang out with them while we were doing shop class. And
What?
I was always
Oh. Okay.
it was just strange.
Yeah.
There was some strange going. I'm not saying maybe he was.
Maybe it was innocent.
It was
but
innocent,
Why even
but
give somebody
it didn't
the
look good.
opportunity
Yeah.
to misinterpret
Didn't look
what you're
good.
doing?
Didn't look
You don't show up at a kid's house either.
And we had that too. We had because I think some people get in that you know, I know teachers are great, but I think there's a percentage that stay in that profession just because they're stuck in that high school mentality and they want to stay around those kids. You know what I mean? Like they're stuck in that world, like wanting to be popular and wanting to be cool. It's weird.
Yeah.
And that happened a couple of times where it was like, you know, somebody stuck around to coach football and ended up, you know, getting in trouble for being with a high school chick or something. It was just not good.
All right, listen, we got to take one final break. We'll come back, wrap her up. Appreciate y'all tuning in. What a program, huh?
What a day.
What a
wow.
day.
Yes.
Thank you all very
Quite
much.
unexpected. Well, happy birthday, Lern. And
Happy birthday.
Thanks,
you're
guys.
out tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
You'll be at Copper Fire tomorrow with Keishi starting at 10 o'clock. So if you want to wish Lern a happy birthday,
Come on out.
come on out to Copper Fire in Belleville.
Live music, live broadcast. Cool. I have a giveaway. I'll just say it here on this show first. I have designed 4 T-shirts that I'm giving away.
4 cakes to give away.
4 T-shirts.
I have 4 T-shirts. They're all the same T-shirt, but there's only 4 in the world, and I'm going to be raffling them off tomorrow.
Raffling them.
Yeah, there's a raffle box. It must be present to win.
Oh, okay.
They're extra large.
Okay. Thank you for being very specific.
Okay.
But I'm a double X.
Well, don't apply then, because
Darn
it's
it.
an extra large.
Well, that's fun. Tomorrow starting at 10 o'clock at Copper Fire in Belleville. If you missed anything on this here program, clip of the day brought to you by Michael's Flooring. Also, the podcast, which is brought to you by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. Moon, what is today's podcast?
Birthday Lern and Monkeys in the studio.
He's in the studio.
I thought the monkey goes for the gun was a slam
The
dunk.
monkey's got a gun. I thought
man.
would have been the slam dunk, but
Fine, use that. I just wanted to make sure Birthday Lern is in
Lern's
there.
birthday, the monkey's got a gun.
yeah.
The monkey's got a gun.
Is that okay, Scott?
Monkey's
That's
got a gun.
Arm the animals, y'all.
Speaking
That's all
of,
I'm saying.
if you didn't see the video, the entire video, one of the entire videos is already up on our socials. Make sure you follow at RIZZ Show. That's Instagram, that's X, that's, wherever else. And then, of course, the Rizzuto Show on Facebook. The video is up there if you want to watch it.
All right. What else, Moon?
Oh, man, just happy birthday, dude.
Thanks, pal.
Yeah, enjoy your day off.
Learn?
Yeah, just thank you, and I love you guys, and happy birthday tomorrow. Thanks.
Okay. Happy birthday.
You know what? I like wishing yourself a happy birthday.
All right.
That's cool. Happy birthday to you. Go see her at Copper Fire tomorrow. And if you're looking for something to do tonight, I will be at Brandon's at 7 p.m. for a barroom storytelling show with a bunch of other talented folks. I'm going to close the show out. So if you want to smell like cigar smoke tomorrow morning, come out to
There you
Brandon's
go.
tonight in the Central West End.
You're going to need to get the cigar smoke in you to get the monkey off.
I know.
you.
I'm looking
heard that.
for once. I'm looking forward to the cigar.
Scott.
Well, happy birthday, Lern. You have a wonderful weekend. Yours starts
Thank
today,
you.
which is awesome. And, you can follow me at King Scott Rules. Hugs and kisses, everybody.
Hey, if you are a person who likes to put money down on various sporting events, my Spread Zone podcast is out there for you. It's the Sweet 16 for the NCAA March Madness thing, and an episode about the MLB, the 2025 season preview, with my co-hosts Tim McKernan and Anthony Stalter. That's out there, the Spread Zone, for you to download and enjoy wherever you get your podcasts.
Spread out.
I forgot. There is a new number 2 show up, too. I
New
forgot.
number
It
2
came
show.
out yesterday because the Spread Zone. We pushed it. That's all love,
Spread
baby.
out, baby.
Look at you
want
guys
people-
with your pods.
We're pushing pods,
All
pushing
good.
monkeys, dog. What do you need? We got it.
All right, we leave you with a selection from our Team Riz Member of the Day, brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill, the official sports bar of The Riz Show, and St. Louis's home to sports fans since 1990. From St. Charles, Joseph Roth is our Team Member of the Day.